How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Big Six. Apologies first and foremost for the later than usual show. Obviously, Liverpool Europa League, 8 p.m. start. You know, GRIZZ, I think he's still live talking about it, so we'll have him on real soon. But make sure you hit the like button. I thought, you know what, we can't make them wait any longer. It's a late show as it is. So hit the like button. Let's get up to 1,000 likes because we've already got over 1,000 people here. So just scroll down, hit the like button whilst you're there. Subscribe to the individual channels, mine, HUGH, SAEED, GRIZZ, Tobs, MATISSE, THUGGERY, everything there. HUGH.
Surely it's a points deduction, man. It's 20-11 now, you know what I'm saying?
I'm here for it, you know. I can't lie, I'm here for it.
That's what it was, isn't it?
I was never that guy in school to be ratting people out, but I'm bottom of the table. I need what I can get.
It would open up a nice gap for me as well. And yeah, you're bottom of the table. I would like some
give me life, boss. Give me life.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
Yeah. I'm with you.
What do you think, Tobs?
No, Tobs is I don't know what.
Okay. Anyway, man.
Don't think too hard, bro. We've lost him as well.
It's all going.
What kind of meaty mess is this, bro? We got one man late talking about Toulouse and that. We got Tobes just on frozen, on pause. I don't know what's going on. This is crazy. We should deduct points off the both of them.
Well, we've got one of them here.
You can't deduct points of me, man. What do you mean?
It's 11 minutes, bro. 11 minutes.
Can't lie.
I think take the points, man.
Why is Toby not here? How's Toby not here?
He was here. He just froze. He's back.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, he's here.
Somebody needs to lose some points. I can't lie. I'm not even joking.
Facts.
Now we see this is not late. We said when we got shows to do that doesn't count. We made the rules, I think.
Sounds like a you problem, mate. The show was at 10:30. You turned up at 22:41.
It's not what the Instagram story says. I can't lie.
Toby's frozen again.
You might have to hold that. What is going on with this guy's internet? Oh my days, bro. Are you all right over there?
Mad. Clearly not.
Is he okay? What's wrong with this guy? Yo,
we're live on YouTube, bro. You all right?
You know what? I think his missus is in the background again, distracted.
Are we live? Oh, sugar plum. We're live.
No, are you kidding me?
We're live,
yeah.
We're live, bro. You want us to make them wait?
Do you know what? I think we should put a poll up in the community because the community don't deserve it. The community, man.
This is I swear to you,
you've been fine for a little bit, though.
Yeah, and we've been live all this time.
Yeah, put up a poll. I can't lie.
We've just been chilling, talking about life, how wonderful life is. You know,
someone's got to lose points, man. Let's not divert here. Someone's got to lose.
What's the poll? Matisse, what's the poll? Let me put it up now.
Should the community man lose points?
No. So this is very uncalled for.
Should the
community man lose?
I already got bullied.
I'm just gonna put GRIZZ -1.
Turkish bro. Come on, man. I know you're the boss, man, but play it fair, broski.
Someone even beat me to it. Someone's put the poll up before me. So
bro, I've done a 35-minute. I said I'm gonna do it. I promised the people on Football Kind a 40-minute show. I done a 35-minute show to run off and to come on a Big Six. I even said I got to run to the office. You know what I mean? I called this my office. And I come on here. I got bullied last week. Did you read the comments? Get GRIZZ off the Big Six. Replace Big Six. And now you want to deduct points. I feel broken, bro.
If the roles were reversed, man, GRIZZ would be screaming for points to be taken away.
Not on a match day.
No.
Only if there was no matches to talk about and you lot just.
He wants a replay, man. He wants a replay.
Match day. You know what? He has got a point with match day. But the polls in the chat, it's a democracy here. What can we're gonna have to
community. You should know the community, man. We play
punctuality is everything, man. Turkish, who's always first here? Yeah,
you, to be honest, you are always first.
You won't get a point for that. You do need to get a correct score. That's how it works.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, like, yo,
like back in the day when they gave the fair play points in the UEFA, like the team with the least yellow cards. I want that, man. I want that.
Turkish, can you tally up the most appearances? I'm sure I've missed the least as well. So surely my good credit history comes into play, sir.
Bro, this is not Monza. This is not.
No. This is jury, bro. I got plead. With the jury. I got plead with the jury. I think I've missed the least amount of shows. So
I think I'm right up there. I have
got the stats for that. I can check
do you?
I can check it.
Oh shit! What did you just start, bro? You better be making sure you win this.
I don't know.
I'm right up there. I know that. I'm pretty sure I'm up there.
I'd say it's MATISSE or Turkish, you know.
Yeah.
It's a Klana Khan. They say Klana Khan.
Are you reading the comments again?
Bro, I'm just saying, man. They say Klana Khan. That just buzzed me, man. That was crazy.
Are we talking about the Toulouse game, or are we going straight?
No, he must have talked about that more than 35 minutes on Toulouse Europa League. What's he talking about on there? I need to go.
You know what
watch
I did see though?
20
I
of
did
those.
see the Nunes miss.
20
Oh,
was
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Bro, I saw that.
Before you talk of the Nunes, you need to watch the last 5 minutes that I talked about people that how you know people know ball is how they're gonna assess Nunes tonight. That's all I know.
I don't watch Europa
I didn't
League.
watch
Exactly.
the full 90 minutes.
That's
I didn't
all I'm
watch the
gonna
whole
say.
thing. It was clashing
But
with
I watched
Coronation
that
Street, and I'm not
That's
missing
what I'm gonna say.
that.
People,
But
and
I
especially
watched
United
that
fans, people
There's
that
no
assess
miss,
people
bro.
that assess Nunes, even that play what he done.
Bro,
People
don't
have
care
it.
about that play.
Grizz,
Man,
if
this
that
the
was,
open
if that
net,
was
bro.
Action Jackson, you would have absolutely run
Innit?
amok on Twitter. The Big Six account would have been like moving mad.
Exactly.
If Action Jackson got an assist from an open goal, you would be moving mad. So
Yeah.
You're
there is
opening
no
yourselves up.
excuse.
You're opening yourselves up here.
I'm not opening nothing up. I'm low block. What are you talking
You
about?
look.
I'm very
If
very tactical.
you're gonna assess Nunes from that end part and the rest of the stuff that he done.
No, I'm not saying he had a bad game. I'm
It's
saying
you.
that was atrocious.
That's on you.
That in isolation was
That's all I
atrocious.
did.
It was. I think it was a great assist for Gravenberch. I think man just laid it on the plate for Gravenberch. Not many people can hear off the post.
In the right angle, yeah. Okay, fair.
But back with the Toulouse game, 20 minutes was about Ryan Gravenberch.
Okay.
No, we don't care now.
Oh, is it?
We're not opening up a segment on Liverpool and Toulouse.
Is this the Boslight 2.0?
Derby
You're going to give us a Gravenberch monologue.
Yeah,
I'm just coming from a Liverpool game. That's it. Done with no
So
problem.
you got two Gerards now, yeah? Two Gerards.
No,
The Dutch Gerard and
You got two
the
Gerards.
Hungarian one.
No.
They got Gerrard and Xabi Alonso back.
Ryan Gravenberch today. Let's go and watch compilation of Ryan Gravenberch
Versus
today.
Toulouse.
You're going to smile and say, yeah, football.
Okay.
We've got played against the
Okay,
rugby
you're
team,
right,
man.
You know,
Toulouse
like
are a rugby team.
you know, like how we play on FIFA. You know when we're at our silky best for like 3 seconds. That was Ryan Gravenberch.
Yeah.
We've got a mixed reception in the
Even
in
see
the chat.
Hugh. Are you on gummies again? He said he can't see Hugh.
Why can't you
Yeah,
see
that's
me?
crazy.
He's on the gummies.
Can't
bruv. Look,
see you.
I can't even
this
see you.
is reminding
Take
me
your
of New
hands
York.
away from
Yo,
your
get the
eyes
camera
and
away
then
from me,
maybe you
please,
can
bro.
see.
Move the
Yeah,
camera.
that's what I'm saying.
Wait, what's going on? Are you all right?
No, he's not, bro. He's
No,
waved. He's
stressed,
waved.
man.
He did gummies with the gal.
You've
Yeah, the
been
gummies-
at the whiskey
gummies
talk,
night.
what?
Let me explain, man.
He can't.
He's on mute.
Little pina colada.
Bro. They can't hack it, man.
Skull
What's he
Tuggery said,
doing
big
now?
screen him.
Yo, he's finished. What's
Man,
happened to him?
don't you?
This is a mad stop. I don't even know you lot are alive. I'm just chatting to you like that.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to move on then, I guess. We'll just leave him there.
Yeah.
Whilst Tobs sorts himself out, because I don't know what the hell he's doing, people. Apologies about this, because it might need to be deduction for him as well. Because
Yeah, I
was
called
was
it.
he really here for
Double
the start of the
deduction.
show?
Yeah, double deduction.
Bro, what do you
Oh,
mean as
into
well? You lot already decided like game point.
No. But the poll ain't looking good, Uncle. I'll just advise you not to.
Jesus.
I'd advise you
man.
not to even go over there and check it.
No, bro.
Polling, man.
No, bro. No.
Look. The chat has got a mixed reception. Naveed says GRIZZ team played today, so it's not fair.
Yeah.
And Tariq says GRIZZ to lose points.
Yeah, good one. That's a funny one. But
That's why we
a
have
good
the
one.
delay, right? That's why we have the kickoff delay. We delay kickoff to 10:30, so you get your grace in period. I still think you have to meet that that time. No,
I'm just gonna keep quiet, man. I don't know what to say. If I say anything, it's gonna be held against me.
okay.
And
We'll see what the
Zeshy
people
says,
say.
Send GRIZZ to train with the under-21s. Make sure he doesn't talk to the youngins. They'll lock the room. Bo enter in the senior team.
Man, treating me like Jaden Sancho, you know.
Yeah. Get a jaded treatment.
And what they're doing to him is foul. This guy has to get changed in the car park. Is that what they said? That's crazy.
It's mad.
And it's getting cold as well. Winter's coming up. That's very unnecessary.
Military style, man.
Ryan, my bro, I don't know what's going on. We've got GRIZZ back. We're here talking. We're enjoying, and Tobs has gone AWOL. So hopefully he sorts that out, because he's tried 3 different things now and none seem to be working. What I don't get is, your internet not working is one thing, but why are you coming on like this, like?
I don't, but you know what? You know what?
He's moving bashful, like I don't get it. Like, what's
what you got to do? You know what I'm saying? His phone is a backup option. If you got unlimited data, click the link, set the thing up there. You're here. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I did.
No excuses.
But you know what? I'm not gonna lie. He didn't look active.
That's what I'm saying. He's been on the gummies.
He didn't look active. You know.
I know that face. I've been there. I've had the gummies.
You've been there.
Yeah, it's rough. He's not holding out well.
He's not holding out well.
Yeah,
he's not holding
do you remember
out
when
well.
do you remember when you went from like it's 6'5", it's extra
yeah,
time,
yeah.
And then I saw you downstairs and I go, "You're losing that," and he goes, "Yeah."
That was one of the worst. That was actually one of the worst days of my life.
Long day.
One of the worst days of my life, honestly. I swear.
That was 6 goals in stoppage time. What happened to you that night? I can't even lie to you. But let's move. We'll wait for Tobs.
Let's start the show, man.
He comes back. People, hit the like button. Let me see how many likes we're on. We haven't even started talking football. Just 700. Well, just over 700. So hit the like button, people. There's 3.8k here. Apologies if you don't enjoy the non-football related talk or banter or whatnot. It is what it is. You know, we've become close friends over the years. So you're going to get a lot of this. And a lot of people like it anyway. So hopefully Tobs is here to stay. And we move on to the match.
I'm back.
You're here.
Yeah, man.
Everything good though, yeah?
Yeah, everything's all right. It's just shitty internet service across the board. So it's life.
But you're right though, yeah?
Why wouldn't I be all right? I don't understand.
No, because you was moving funny earlier, even without the internet moving bad. So people
No, I wasn't moving funny. I was doing this because I just couldn't believe how.
Oh, that's your acting. Oh, you was acting like you was like. Oh,
no, I wasn't acting. I was fed up.
Remember
I was fed up.
Oh
no! Fed up.
Don't quit the day job, man.
No,
I can't believe this.
He ain't getting the job in EastEnders anytime soon. This guy.
Weirdos. You lot are weirdos, bro.
We're the weirdos. Go watch back yourself,
bro. You need lives.
Right, let's move. SAEED, Hugh, Manchester Derby, Old Trafford. SAEED, let's start with you, my bro. Listen, it's a big one, but obviously the Copenhagen win has kind of softened the blow that many people expect to come on the weekend.
Yeah.
So maybe you want to start with Copenhagen and move it on to that, because I know you're United fans all lot. I see KG today. He's smiling from ear to ear. He said, "I told you about Anana." Is it I told you about Anana, or is it one game?
Nah, man. For me, listen, KG speak for himself, but listen, he owed us one, man. I'll be real with you. Like, he owed me one. As much as I tweeted my effing keeper and all that, but he owed everyone one. You get me? Like, I went to Bayern away and he fumbled it there, fumbled it against Forest, fumbled it against Brentford. Like, he's done a lot, man. So he needed this moment, bro. And when that penalty went, I can't lie to you, I was like, he ain't saving that. And then, lo and behold, it came on the right kind of level for him to kind of get a strong hand to it, and he ended up saving it. But overall, I don't think we're still great, bro. I'll be real with you, man. It weren't great. We could have easily won the game and be clinical, but overall, I'm still not feeling Ten Hag's team right now. I'm not feeling the way we're playing, man. Because I don't know if you guys watched the full game, but first half was terrible. Weren't really creating anything. We had one chance, Hoyland over the bar. I mean, first half, Copenhagen it's a training match for them. I'll be honest with you. Second half, Eriksen came in, dictated things, started to quicken the tempo. We started to create little bits, openings and whatnot. But overall, we're still waiting on little moments here and there for Man United to do something. And you've seen it. There's been hardly any convincing games for Man United overall. I mean, the goal scoring has been low. The front three have only scored 1 in the Premier League. I think Hoyland's obviously scored a couple in the Champions League, but overall, the front three is looking a bit meaty. midfield as well. Not really much balance in there. I mean, Tomlin's been chucked in there, but this is a guy that wasn't playing at the start of the season. All of a sudden, he scores a couple of goals and he's starting games. And yeah, man, it's not looking good right now. We're going into the Manchester derby, and I'll be honest with you, it ain't easy. Normally I come in with the confidence. I come in a bit shameless. I'm like, Manchester derby, let's have it. But I'll be real with you, man. Like they've sucked all the energy out of me. Manchester United have sucked every single bit of positive hope that I have within me. And yes, it's a derby. And yes, form goes out the window. But when you say form goes out the window, I understand that, but you still need to see a little bit of something. And I just don't see anything right now. And I don't feel like I have confidence in this team to go and deliver and beat Manchester City. Whether we get a draw is another situation. That can happen in a given day. But my feeling, we're at home. We should be the ones that are feeling more confident than Man City at home as well. But I feel like we don't have that. Even last season, when we had our home form as something to kind of hold on to, that's out the way now because we lost to Brighton, we lost to Crystal Palace. So I feel like for me, I'm looking at Man City's weaknesses, and I feel they do have weaknesses, and they're not fluid, but does it take a lot to beat this Man United team? Does it take a lot to kind of control the game, stamp your authority, and just, have a game plan to nullify Man United? It's sticky for me. I can't lie right now. It's very, very sticky for me, and I'm not really coming into it very, very confident. We did a Manchester derby preview with Steve. That'll come out, I think, tomorrow. And it was a bit of a weird energy. I wanted to come back and hit him with the low blow, but then he got me. And then he just kind of contained me. And I feel like right now, I feel contained and I just don't feel I have confidence within this game. So, it takes a lot for me to do this, It takes a lot for me to not, get a bit excited. But that's the feel I feel right now with Man United. There isn't much you can throw at me to say, no, SAEED, you should be confident. There isn't. What was that sticky? Yeah, pause on that one.
No. You said so much in that monologue that you
yeah. I can't really replay that pause.
We're probably going to edit this whole segment out. Like,
yeah.
How much you've done in that segment?
Yeah, hella pauses. Say no more. But no, listen, lads, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Sorry?
I thought you lot were built different, bro.
No, we're not built different, man.
We're built different. This is Man United. We're built different.
It's what you said, bro. We're built out of sticks now. I can't lie to you, Toby. We're built out of sticks now. Last year, cemented building. We had marble floor. We had chandeliers. We had everything. But now
in Old Trafford.
You know what I mean?
Did you?
No, but
did you?
Are
we sure about that?
No. Not how I recall. No.
I went to see
the Old Trafford.
Oh.
No. Maybe the Old Trafford. But I'm saying, as a Man United fan, I felt like I was in some sort of, I felt we're somewhere. But now,
dreams,
I can't lie, man. It's not the theatre of dreams anymore. It's not the Ten Hag. We're built different. Eras come to an end. It's right now. I'm just humble. I'm very, very much a case of damage limitations. If we can't get beat 3 or 4-0, I might even actually take that. If we get a draw, unbelievable result. If we get a win, we're in dreamland. But right now, I think Hughie might have to talk the talk because right now I'm coming in very humble. And this is not me, but this is what I feel right now with Man United. Yeah, no longer mansionary. We're not really mansionary right now. I can't lie.
They're saying you're not mansionary, you're missionary.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Crazy.
I don't know.
Oh my days.
I could not give up the opportunity to.
That is insane. Oh,
that's crazy. No, I know my role, man. I told you that, man. This season I know my role, man.
Wow, that's even more wild. Now after what I've just said, that's wild.
Listen,
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Before he comes in,
I know my role, man.
I watched highlights of that Young Boys game. Of course, there was no chance I was watching Man United shitty game against Copenhagen. But I watched highlights of that Man City game, and they flogged the living daylights out of Young Boys. Yeah. How that game was 3-1 is a mystery to me. They flogged the living daylights out of that team. So Lord have mercy. Haaland picking up form at this time.
I was watching that game and I was like,
Lord have mercy.
What's he doing?
Maguire versus Haaland. Where are we watching the game? I need to get some popcorn. For this game. I'm not even getting normal popcorn. If you know the You know
Coffee.
the fancy popcorn that they sell at the cinemas, Joe and Seth's. I love Joe and Seth's. Anyone heard of Joe?
I've never heard of that. What cinemas you going to?
Google it. That is top shelf popcorn. That's the type of popcorn I'm gonna get Sunday afternoon.
So me and you do a watch along. So me and you do a watch along, Tobs. Man United derby. Just me and derby jokes, man.
I need to watch this. I need to watch it with actual United fans so I can laugh in their face.
You need a Man United win, man, Toby. You need Man City to drop points, man. You're not on the title charge right now. You know what I mean? Like,
allow it, man.
Come on, man.
You don't need everything. You need everything you can get, bro. Don't try that. Don't try and spin that shit on me, bro.
We don't need Man City to win the league. We need everyone to get United to get a win, man. You know what I mean? You lot chasing the league. What's going on here, man?
I am not asked. I am not.
No, not you, Matisse.
If anything, I just know on Monday that if you guys have been absolutely destroyed and just sent to the cleaners, then I just know that my team can just go under the radar with whatever we're on. So yeah, it's all good for me, man. Good luck.
No, listen, I think it could be ugly, man. Like I said, I was with Steve on Tuesday. He was in the cafe, and my man was just, you know what I mean? He was like, "We're looking to batter you lot." That's what he came in with, like, "Yo, we don't know mercy, mate." And I feel like that's what City fans are coming to do now. It's like hit them while they're down. Look at him shaking his head. And this is we've got a literally damage limitation, and that just shows you how weak we are right now. Is that our front line are not scoring goals, and as a team collectively, we aren't great. We are not great. So it's looking peak right now, man. A certain man that were playing last season or we're about to be sold are actually on form, and it's like we need the guys that actually will. You know what I mean? Like shows a bit of quality to
McTominay rise.
Yeah, but what I want to say,
he's given away 2 penalties in these last 2 games. He's shit.
Don't worry about that. That's not important,
bro.
I don't do that.
Don't care about that.
Give a prop.
Chris doesn't care about that.
No. We're not gonna talk about McTominay. We're not gonna waste the show on McTominay again. But what I wanted to say is 2 things. Yeah, hasn't in recent times that been the mood anyway? The mood anyway with Manchester City and Man United. So what's different? Yeah, they've always been coming in on smoke, all right? And you have surprised them a couple of times, especially at Old Trafford, right? And secondly, I forgot the secondly.
You know what? I just remembered, Grizz. I was watching it. It was on. I can't remember. I think it was like a throwback clip. It was like on this day, and it was Liverpool flogging the living daylights out of Man United at Old Trafford. And I just said, wait, hang on a second. This team have actually been battered from pillar to post in the last 7-0.
No, you don't realize what I've been doing. None of you guys
This is a whole Man United deep it. They've been flogged 7-0.
6-1. Do you remember 6-1?
6-1. Yo, they have been flogged. So I actually feel sorry for SAEED because he's obviously trying to.
But every year, I still come out with
like
energy.
He knows they're actually in for a flogging. Like they go to get flogged.
Did City not go to Old Trafford and win 6-1 one time?
The anniversary was last week, wasn't it, Saeed?
Sorry?
And I think the anniversary was last week.
Yeah.
It's an anniversary. I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Anniversary. There's a lot of anniversaries.
Please say he started against Man City.
Who?
McTominay.
No. 6-1. What, 2011?
No, I'm saying please say McTominay starting this weekend against.
Oh, he will.
Bro, it could be a possibility. Could be a possibility. Yeah. It probably is a strong possibility. But you know what Toby said there, yeah? You might got to give me some like props on that because man gets smacked up every year, but I still somehow show a bit of chest here. But now I'm deflated, man. I don't think I can't do that anymore. Like any other club, maybe I might find a lot of something. But with United right now, just to go to Grizz's question, maybe it's because we had a little bit of form or we had a little bit of energy. This right now, we're on low energy. Like we have no energy left, bro. Like there isn't. Ten Hag, it looks like it's the carton is well and truly juiced out. Like it's finished. It's maxed out now. You get me? So we're living off. Bro, I don't know what we're living off right now. Yeah, there we go. There's United right there.
Rations.
What does the smoking do this Sunday?
I don't know. You might have to ask Hughie that, man. For me, I mean Bally's season again.
I can't tell you.
Bally's out.
Bally's out.
Bally's out. Yeah, I'm gonna get one this weekend. If we get smoked, the Bally's out for Monday.
Oh, yeah.
There wouldn't be any consequence with the manager because like they're on a winning run now.
Bro, listen, winning run, man. That's what 2 games, man.
Sorry, yeah,
2 games, winning run.
3 games.
Come on, man. If you lose, you know what it is here for Ten Hag to lose 7-0, 6-3, 4-0, and then to lose this one a battering. I think for me, I wouldn't say it's kind of like the board, but I think that the fan base would be, it'll be like maybe the turning point for a lot of the fan base. You know what I mean? And even me, like I might doubt the manager. If we get,
are we talking? So we're talking.
Who pumped you 4-0?
4-0 Brentford.
Oh my goodness! I completely
remember that Ericsson.
Bare teams, man. It's not even only Liverpool and Man City. It's bare just random teams. Random teams have been bopping them off. Random teams.
What was week?
There was teams, right? Every week they wanted to play United. It was a joke.
Oh my god.
But what I was gonna say,
it's better, man.
No, what I was gonna say, is like, are we saying that the future? No, let's get serious. Let's get serious.
All right, cool. Sorry.
Are we saying
Come on,
that?
serious talk, man.
No. This is very serious because what you suggested there, the manager of Manchester United, right, needs to avoid an embarrassment to keep his job.
Essentially,
not even get a result, but to avoid embarrassment. This is bonkers.
No, bro. Seriously, man. Because if he gets mullered at home, bro, like that's another thing on his CV, man. That's a 7-0. That's the 4-0. That's the 6-3. That's the, there's a lot of results. He's been absolutely leathered. 7-0, like I said to you. There's a lot of results here. You can't keep doing that. Especially at home.
Nah, SAEED, man, how are you allowing these guys to dig your grave before the game's even started, man? This is a Manchester derby. How are you allowing this?
Yo, you speak on your team, man. I don't know. You tell me what you're gonna do.
You're being very disingenuous right now.
Yeah,
very disingenuous.
Nice try.
You know exactly what Haaland's gonna do against Onana with them.
I want to know, man. I want to know what they're gonna do. Like, tell me, because Man City are just sitting on the fence here. I want to see what you're doing, bro.
Nah,
what are you telling me?
I'm ready. I'm ready for you know the way you said you don't have any chest. Manchester derby, let's have. I'm so ready for this one. I don't want to. I'm not arse right now. I'm a man that lives on emotions. I'm a man that lives on the way I feel, and I don't want to go there and go.
Go on, Hughlander.
I want to go there and kick them from pillar to post. I want to absolutely embarrass them. I want to see crying children leaving the Stretford end after 70 minutes. I want to walk around to SAEED's camera spot and see him in tears with Nuruddin saying all sorts of mad. I want Old Trafford to be fucking the swamp it is come Sunday out. I'm so ready to go there. I was there last January when they rigged a win over us. Then we peeped them to the treble. We got the treble, FA Cup, Wembley. I'm ready to go to Old Trafford. I'm ready to watch Haaland dunk on Papa Smurf. I'm ready to watch Haaland dunk on that defense of yours. Oh, Nana, biscuit wrists. I'm ready to see all of this. Listen, Haaland goal against Brighton. Haaland 2 against Young Boys. Even Jack Grealish was cooking against Young Boys. Pause. We're ready. I'm ready, man. Manchester derby, I want to go there. And I believe we will absolutely smoke you in your current state. You're a fragile team, a fragile manager, and a fragile club. And the last thing you want is a hungry, rampant Manchester City coming to town. I feel it. I only talk like this when I feel it, and I feel it. Pause.
I also feel the same thing. I think you guys are going to walk all over them. I think it's just a question of how many, to be honest. Manchester United, regardless of picking up some results, you just haven't been good. I mean, it's like, it's nearly all the games I've watched this season. You guys just don't play well. You just do not play well. And it's like, I know you've got injuries. I sympathize with that. We've got injuries as well. But you should still be able to see some sort of style. You should still be able to see some sort of ideology. Even if, because then it'd be like, there has been a lot of individual errors as well. And the manager can't really allow for that. He can't really do anything about, some of the individual errors. But I just don't think from a footballing level, you guys are going to have a chance here. It's going to be it's going to be rough. And I think because you're at home, I'm very interested to see if Ten Hag has done this before with Arsenal last season, where he was very conservative and he went defensive and he said, listen, I'm going to hit you on the break. He has to be humble here and do just that against Manchester City. Maguire's probably going to be starting. Don't leave any space. Like, deep block and just try to hit them on the break, because if you try to even go toe-to-toe with them, if there's any ego in, oh, we're at home, done. I don't think he'll do that, though, because I don't think he's stupid. But if there was even a thought, don't do it. Haaland in behind at Old Trafford, please. We don't. This will be Gareth Bale 2.0. Remember when he did that, Tobs? Ugh, we don't need that again. The
thing is, you know what it is with United's usual game plan against us, which is exactly as you said: sit deep, hope we don't turn up at our best and absolutely cook, and then hit us on the counter with pace. Their players for doing that aren't even cooking right now. Rashford's having an absolute stinker of a start to the season. Yeah, you could argue the flip side. Sunday be a great game for him to reignite, you know, his confidence and confidence player, Rashford and all that. I just don't look at them right now and think they have the capacity to do anything to us on Sunday. I think, you know, with John Stones back in, Rodri back in, you got Diaz and Walker and all these kind of players. I just think player for player, pound for pound, as long as we play to our ability, we will smoke them. The only way I can see this going wrong for us is if we play to the occasion. Old Trafford, like it always is on Derby Day, will be loud. They'll want to put off our players from our game. That's the only way I can see that happening. Otherwise, I fully back us to smoke them.
I agree with you. I fully agree with you.
Last thing, right? I just feel like you see that Arsenal defeat away. I think that's just going to spark you even more, because you're going to want to put a statement out there again. Because of that Arsenal defeat, people are like, oh, maybe the title race is, you know, it's a little bit in jeopardy. I think Old Trafford is just the perfect way to bounce back and just say to everybody, listen, don't even question our intentions this season. Don't even try it.
I think, you know what, though? I think even with the Arsenal game, right? Like, that was very much a fine margins game. Okay, Arsenal had the better second half to Man City, but we're talking about a marginal difference, right? Look at the goal that won Arsenal the game. It was a deflected strike from Martinelli, who was bright in the second half, but Man City pretty much shut down virtually everything that Arsenal had to throw at them, and vice versa. I felt like Arsenal had to play that way to nullify Man City going forward in order to try and give themselves a platform to actually attack Man City's back line. Man United, I can't see with a back line of Dalot, Maguire, who's playing Johnny Evans.
Varane and Reguilon.
Is Varane back?
Yeah, Varane's back. Yeah.
It'll be Varane. Yeah, sorry. Okay, scratch that then. Dalot, Varane, Maguire, or / Lindelof and Reguilon. Sorry. I can't see that back line putting up the same resistance that Arsenal's back line had for Man City a couple of weeks back, right? I can't see Dalot locking up Doku. And I even saw Jack Grealish. The last couple of times I've seen him, he looks spicy. Like he looks like he's actually wanting to cook a couple players on the football pitch. So, like, they've got options. It's just, like you said, if Man City choose to actually play their normal game, don't let the occasion get to you. Pep, don't go into the game and start playing Alvarez left wing back and flipping Haaland right wing. Just play your normal team. Play the two traditional wingers. Play Haaland up top. Play the midfield. Rodri at the base. Diaz and who's it you're going to play? Stones back?
Yep.
Yeah, Diaz and Stones. Play the strongest team, because if they play the strongest team, Man United are going to get battered. Let's be real. They're going to get smoked.
I don't think it's going to be a battering. I think as a game, it will be a battering in terms of possession. The usual, you know, Man City we know Man United can't look after the football. We know Man City can definitely look after the football. They're the best team Premier League's probably seen at looking after the football, keeping hold of the possession, strangling the life out of any life Man United may have with the crowd. And on the back of a fluky win against who was he playing? Gothenburg. And the last
Copenhagen.
Who?
Copenhagen,
I beg your pardon. And the last
Man said you played Copperberg.
You've been drinking at the Copenhagen. Yeah, what are you saying?
I said Copenhagen.
Yeah, no it.
You know what I mean? Like, so any momentum they may have from that, this is the worst team, as Hughie says, to come up against, because they'll like just strangle the life out of the atmosphere. But But if there's a game or a style or a philosophy that Ten Hag has managed to do well in his time, it's counter-attacking transition football. And he has no choice. He must go back to that style if he's got any chance. If he goes toe-to-toe, like the most of you guys have said, it's over. But he has got the personnel. The thing is, though? He has got the personnel to play that transition because this Højlund brother, he's not no Haaland, but he's rapid. Rashford, we know, likes to have space in behind. So they have got the personnel. How he sets up the rest of the team is, I have no idea. That's up to you lot, your Man United tacticos, to come out with a plan. Casemiro is a must.
Yeah.
What's his name? Amrabat is a must. I'd say play both of them in this game and then just hope for a counter-attack. I don't see any other way. But I don't think it's going to be a battering in terms of scoreline. I genuinely believe, guys, the scoreline is going to be. Well, we're gonna do our predictions anyway, so we'll give it then. But,
last season, what happened was they had so much possession. I remember it was Aki and Diaz at the back, and they were just keeping possession, but they never went anywhere. And we got Haaland nullified in the middle of the pitch. We got touch tight to him. We were very, very aggressive to his first touch. We did everything we can. We basically did what you said. We hit them on the counter, and then we brought on Garnacho in the end to do that. But I feel like now, I don't know, man. I think City will play a different way. They'll know as well what United are about. Guardiola always speaks about it. They just stop Rashford. That's what he keeps saying. Rashford over the top. He knows what they're gonna do. So I feel like for me,
but it's not only Rashford now. You've only had Rashford in the last few seasons, yeah. Unless remember you had Martial, where for about a month he was good.
That was like before COVID.
Yeah, exactly. So you've got Højlund and Rashford now. And then if Bruno can pop up a pass, I know Bruno's form's been so patchy. It's
very
unbelievable.
Different.
But he has to formulate a plan where it's Rashford and Højlund and Bruno as the supplier, so to speak. Bruno has to be how Maddison's been for Son, for example. You know, that kind of... No, I'm just saying that's the only chance.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then make everything else...
It's a big game. When does he turn up in a big game? That's the problem with Bruno Fernandes.
No.
It's a big Premier League game at home. He's a captain.
Nope.
He's not going to turn up.
Man. He ain't turning up.
Yeah, the thing is, I think Bruno is a good player, but I just feel like these type of games where you're up against teams who are aggressive off the ball, so they're going to be on your heels, and then on the ball where he's going to be expected to make the right decision because they're not going to have as much of the ball. So you're asking this guy to protect the ball when he's on it, and you're asking him to be ultra decisive with minimal opportunities in the game. He's not going to be able to do that. He's
a high volume player. That's the thing.
Exactly.
I can factually, categorically say that this guy is going to do nothing against Man City.
A stat pattern, you could say.
If he does, clip me, but he will not do a thing. I'm done. Even
he may not even play in the middle.
He never does. I'm sorry.
On the right.
People are right now running with the Odegaard in a big game situation because this season maybe against Tottenham, Chelsea, right? He hasn't been great. No, Bruno's the real one. Like Bruno's like real. You check his label at the back of the shirt. Real material. Like he does not turn up. Odegaard is a bit more for me. Last season he did many times.
He's just not playing well at the moment versus Bruno.
Yeah. Bruno is like
consistently
he's an expert at this. Yeah, this is his thing.
Pure flat track bully. Flat track bully.
I think the midfield, though, if Casemiro and Amrabat can have a monster game and just nullify Rodri and stop him from dictating play, and you know what I mean, and you can get hold of that midfield, and Guardiola, I don't know, plays. Is Kovacic available?
Yeah, he won't start though.
He won't start.
No, I'm just saying if he does something where he plays Kovacic and then they don't progress the ball as well, that is probably something that I'm clutching at. But that's the way maybe United could get hold of it, because Guardiola does overthink, and sometimes he may play some random plays that you don't think of, and then they end up fumbling it.
Weirdly, kind of right now, there's not as much pep roulette going on. We kind of have more than usual a fair idea of who's going to play in the middle and who's going to play on the wings. Like, I think I could predict the starting 11 better for this Sunday than I could for normal games. I think it'll be a midfield of Rodri, Alvarez, Bernardo. Then you'll have Doku and Foden on either wing and Haaland up top. I think there's too much pace and energy for Casemiro or Amrabat to be able to handle there. I just think players I think there's too many battles on the pitch that we will win. I'm really excited to see Doku up against Dalot or whoever you put there. I think there's just some battles where we're just going to overrun you.
Yeah,
It's Kyle Walker.
Kyle Walker will play, yeah.
It's because I'm looking at the team that played last season, right? And Man City's back line was Walker, Akanji, Ake, Cancelo, midfield of Rodri, Bernardo, Kevin De Bruyne, and an attack of Mahrez, Phil Foden, and Haaland. I think last season when you lot played this game, I really noticed that out on the flanks, you guys struggled really bad. I think Riyad Mahrez, especially, I think Malacia did quite well with Mahrez, and I think Bissaka did quite well with Grealish. I feel like adding Doku into the mix, just that explosive 1v1 guy is going to be key for this game, because I think it's going to open up the game for Man City, man. To be honest, I say
Wan-Bissaka would have been good for this.
He would have been. He definitely would have been. I say all this, but it's like Man United, like if there was ever a time to have some pride and kickstart your season, like this is the game that they should do it. But I'm just sorry. I've watched too much of Man United this season. I've seen them against good teams. I've seen them against bad teams. They're just not good enough at this point in time. And I'm just seeing what can he cook? What can he cook? The new players that have come into the team, they're not really settling well. The old players, the reliable ones, they're not really playing that well. And now he's basically having to rely on castaways to come and save his bacon. Nah, man.
I think this team that's going to go to Old Trafford and start on Sunday, regardless of who he goes with, it's going to be better. It's going to be more progressive football, because the team that I remember being in the stand last year watching that game, and I was like, we had all the possession. You remember we had like 80-90% possession, and we did absolutely nothing with it. You had Bernardo Silva dropping into like a number 6 type of area, picking the ball up from deep, and doing all sorts of mad shit. And we weren't showing any enthusiasm to get forward. Now the players that we have on the pitch, you're going to have John Stones playing that inverted role, which he didn't at that stage of the season. You're going to have Rodri there as usual. And I think a really key player for Sunday for us, I hope he goes with him, is Vardiol, because what I'm talking about last season was we weren't able to pick the passes, we weren't able to break the lines quickly. Vardiol has the ability to play those passes. He has the ability to unlock a midfielder or set a winger off. So I just feel so much more confident in this team. I mean, we had Cancelo playing in that game. You know what I mean? Cancelo wasn't even part of the team that went on to finish the season. So it's just, I think it all looks good for us. Like I said, as long as we don't play no occasion, we don't do any of that. I think we're going to steamroll them. I'm putting my chest out on this one. Genuinely, I think we're going to steamroll them. That's the way I feel about it, man. Honestly.
Long day, man. I don't know. I'm not confident, man. I'm just as long as we don't get battered.
SAEED, can we re-up the deal that we made last season? Can we meet up after the game?
Yeah, I will meet up with you, but will you?
Honest to God, my flight's a lot later this time. I have time to hang around. Let's shake it on.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. I'll see you.
SAEED went.
Yeah. Let me take that back.
Let's look at the super chats before we move on to predictions. Big up Big Steve in the chat as well. J-Mon says, know your role, United, simple. Josh Wafflin says, SAEED, did you watch the Ten Hag interview with TNT Sports? What did you think of what he said about not being able to start with a consistent back four?
I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. It's simple maths, isn't it? You don't get every single player available, innit? And unfortunately, Lisandro got rushed back early. And I did say he was playing with an injury, and then he was, lo and behold, he aggravated his injury. So yeah, I can't lie, man. I feel like it's one of them, man. Injuries are part of it, innit? We should have got a centre back in the summer, but we got Johnny Evans. It's one of them, innit?
Kim Min Jae, bro. That was the one.
Kim Min Jae. I've been telling everyone. I did scouting for them as well.
He's a baller,
people
bro.
don't know, man.
Yeah,
I've been scouting him all year.
Him and Osimhen, you wanted.
Yeah, man. Next year.
Next year. P-Dub says, big up, boys. SAEED, tell me your thoughts about Romero. Is he better than that fragile butcher? Shout out to GRIZZ. Leo was pumped for Pool today.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'll let you know when we get to the Tottenham section. Is that all right, P-Dubs?
Interesting.
Say no more. That's fair. That's fair. Big up.
Yeah.
Makeshift. Eli says, hey, Skull has blood on his hands for the death of shameless fandom. Everyone is always worried about getting clipped and shipped. United 3-2. Big old
Bro,
Eli.
come on, man. It's for me. You can't really come to at me. Like maybe other people don't have the same PTSD as me, but I right now I've got no energy. So you get me. Like allow me on this one. But you know, what I mean, better days ahead. You never know, man.
Frankie says, nah, Saeed, you're wrong. You're all wrong. Maguire in the 94th minute, bullet header, 9-1 City. Big up for that.
This guy.
Doan says, Casemiro wants out. Apparently, he can't stand the food in their canteen. United just don't cook anymore.
That's weak. Sorry.
Webb says, I want to see little United children crying as well. That was vicious by Hugh, but I love it. That was.
Yeah, that was a bit too much there, Hugh. I can't lie, man. Where you want to see kids crying, man?
I'm good for it.
It was just on the line. We're good. Natty says, I think it will be one of the most disrespectful and demeaning 2-0s in the history of football. It happened with Rangnick when I remember us not touching the ball for 7 minutes on 4 different occasions. We move. That we move at the end hurt, Natty, innit? I know it hurt. Listen, I've been there, bro. Let's save that one for a little later. We should play a diamond, Rashi and Highland up front, pack the midfield and keep tight and hope Bruno has that one ball that plays Rashford in, which has worked before.
It's worked, but yeah, we did it against Brighton and we got done over after 20 minutes. Yeah, you have to be well oiled in that system, man. Everyone's got to know. Everyone's got to press well as well, because Rashford didn't press well and he's not been pressing well. So
everyone's got to know their role.
Would work. Yeah, exactly.
Last one here from Jimmy. He says Fernandes is the epitome of a modern player. He lacks quality and intelligence 99% of the time, but some absolute sneeze online will flash the stats.
No, but Saeed's so spot on about the Rashford, though. I know we're going to probably move on, but it's true, though. You know that. You sort of talk about Rodri, and he was hoping that Tarap and Casemiro, Amrabat, sorry, I beg your pardon, Amrabat and Tarap, and Tarap. Streets will never forget, though. I'm telling you, if you know, you know, bro. But
100%.
But Amrabat and they're not the ones that are going to dictate how Rodri plays. It's your forwards that dictate what kind of game Rodri has. And say what you want about Rashford, but I don't know, man. Does he play for the team from a defensive point of view?
Bro, well, Man United fans have been saying it for weeks. He's not putting in a shift. So if he's not gonna put in a shift off the ball in a game like this, yeah, well, it takes a team, though, isn't it?
It takes a team.
Because if it's willy nilly, it's gonna be. I mean, you're just gonna get bypassed. They're gonna pick you off. So if Rashford doesn't put the work in this game, I mean, we will be there. Do you know what I mean? I think Tobs as well been defending Rashford a little bit. But listen, if I see in this game as well that he's walking, and listen, I'll be right front and center with you on Monday, bro. Because listen, you can't walk in this game. It's the City. So if you don't put the work in, you're finished.
Just to clarify, it's not even a defending thing, right? I'm just looking at it with both sides. Like, I absolutely hear and somewhat agree with a lot of United fans who are saying he's been poor this season. He's been bad. Marcus Rashford has been bad this season, but I also feel like the team as a whole is not really geared.
No, I agree. I agree with that, but
prop up the play. So
look at him individually, though. He's a man.
No, I agree. That's what I'm saying. I think it's both. I think it's both. Individually, he's been poor. But is the team also doing enough to try and put Rashford in positions where he can influence games the most? He's not. But then I also saw a clip of Copenhagen midweek. He got put through on goal, and it was an absolutely insane first touch to just give it to the goalkeeper. I said, "Come on, you are back in hell again, aren't you? Like, come on, man. Like, you got to do better." But we'll see, man. We'll see. Like, Højlund is a battler, but I actually kind of feel sorry for Højlund because he's literally feeding off scraps, bro. And I think to beat Man City, it needs to be a team game. Like, it needs to be a very cohesive result, whether it's a cohesive defensive performance or cohesive offensive performance. When we were down in the dumps and we'd get our results against Man City, like, it was literally digging in deep, staying super duper compact, and every single man working their socks off, and you be ruthless in transition. The one thing that I feel like Man United will struggle with isn't even the counter-attacking per se, because they got players to counter-attack. It's doing what they need to do as a team, like fill in the gaps when they're not in possession, right? Trying to keep Man City at bay. I don't see this Man United team stopping Man City. I just don't. I really don't. Like, you can play Amrabat, they can play Casemiro, play Varane, play a gazillion defensive-minded players. Ultimately, they're just not set up well to contain sides at the moment. So why do I feel like that's going to change against the best team in the land? I can't see it, man. Sorry. I just can't.
Before we do predictions, people, obviously a little earlier, SAEED mentioned that he linked up with Steve earlier in the week. If you're wondering why, then make sure you're subscribed, because midday tomorrow, Big Six presents the Derby, where SAEED met up with Big Steve earlier this week.
We've missed the turning. Scholes missed it. Scholes missed
it. Scholes missed it. Flipping hell, mate. That's him done. He won't know where we are because he's got no map.
Oh no, he's got on. I don't know how he's done that, but he's got on. And this Manchester rain has soaked us through, mate. So we need to get in this cafe. Get a brew and that. Yeah. Relax and dissect this game at weekend. This is what we need.
This is our Derby Day Cup. And as much as I say it, this is a cup.
Shameless. That.
Yeah, it is.
It's good here in the shadow. The roof's all dry. There's no rats on the pitch.
Do you reckon this is the best derby? When you look at North London Derby.
The Manchester Derby, for me. Now.
In terms of global appeal as well, in terms of what it brings. Everyone's watching it around the world. You know what I mean? So I feel like for me, what.
You going on me?
What do you mean?
You said you was going to go.
All right then, okay.
I'll go if you want.
No.
That's nasty. That's nasty.
Big Six Productions.
Yo, that's
there's not going to be any rats on the pitch.
Yo,
bro, I said to him, are you going or not? And then he was
Gary Neville and Declan Rice walking through the golf course and stuff.
Man.
Yeah,
it's good, man. Shout out to the production and that. But yeah, man, it's a good video, man.
Big up THUGGERY, big up Jordan as well, big up SAEED, and
Jordan, big up Jordan.
I'm looking forward to it as well. I haven't seen it either, so I'm looking forward to it. Midday tomorrow, people. BST is coming out. We'll premiere it as well. We'll be in the live chat because I do want to watch that. So make sure you're there. Make sure you're subscribed, notification bell on, hit the like button as well. We've passed 1,000 likes, closing in on 2,000. So make sure you're part of that because we've got nearly 6,000 in the building. We're going to move on to predictions now. The order is still the same as it was earlier this week. We saw the prediction table. If you want a little reminder, I can bring it up. Well, I need a little reminder actually to see who's where.
No, it's changed, brother. It's changed. I've dropped like a lead balloon.
Yeah, you have.
Man, work doesn't stop.
All right, cool. We're in. United City, 3-1 City. Tobs.
I'm going to go for 3-1 as well.
You're not going to catch me like that, bro, but it's all right. Matisse.
Well, it's not about catching you.
I'm going a bit early, aren't I? This is strange. Don't like this.
Change of tactics, eh, Matisse?
Yeah. Yo, I was used to going last for time. I was enjoying myself, man. Got to hear what everybody else thought. I'm gonna go 3-0 Man City.
3-0. SAEED.
2-0 sorry.
What was that?
Hey, I didn't hear you, brother. I didn't hear you. Go on.
Yeah, what was that, brother?
2-0 City.
Oh, 2-0. Okay, cool.
Shit, you really want them points, isn't it?
He really wants them points.
Yo,
It's nothing about that, man. I just know
The
it.
United ultras are going to be on your back, brother.
Right, they can give a shit, man. I'll see you in a minute. I'm there, man.
that fan camp's gonna be lively, bro.
Pull up. GRIZZ.
On, man.
2-1 City.
And Hugh.
3-0 City.
3-0. So there you go, Hugh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get it right now.
Hmm?
Hugh's just gone with the same score as me. I'm not gonna get a correct score now.
You know, you was bottom of the table not long ago, and look how that turned around.
Fuck, man.
Don't worry,
Why'd
man.
you do that, bro?
All it takes is 1 week of flukes, man. Shut up.
Man, said fluke, man.
It's very early.
Give him
It's
his
very
scraps.
early.
He's been working his way up. Give me
Game week
scraps.
9. Game week 9. Just to round off the predictions, Matisse and Hugh have gone 3-0 City. Tobs and I have gone 3-1. GRIZZ has gone 2-1. SAEED has gone 2-0. all City wins. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Let's move. Before we move, remember we are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all of that, so you can listen back to the show after. I'll try get better at uploading it quicker than I have been recently, but that's on me, people. My bad, because I have been getting messages about it. So I'll upload as swiftly as possible. So make sure you're following us or whatever you do on them audio platforms. Make sure you're doing that. And big up Manscaped as well. Obviously it's Halloween soon, but there's also Black Friday and Cyber Monday coming up, so there's going to be lots of deals on the website, and you can add a further 20% off if you use the code TB620. And obviously if you use the code, they know you're coming through us. If they know you're coming through us, the deal continues. If the deal continues, we can continue up in the levels of production as we have been trying to this season. So hopefully you're enjoying. And like I said, I keep on saying it, we've got a lot in the back pocket that we're trying to take out and we're trying to get released, but there's a certain level of quality we're going for that. Hopefully you'll appreciate once it does come out. But if you can, show some love to the sponsors, people, because they help us make it happen. Let's move. Next one on the list I have is Spurs away to Palace. It is pretty dry of a game week if we're talking about big games or shock factors after the United City one, but I think Tottenham's visit to Palace is probably the most interesting one. Tobs.
Yeah, man. It seems like more often than not, we always tend to play these guys evening kickoff, either on a Monday or Saturday or or Friday. But either way, we just need to win, man. We need to win this game. They still got no Eze, no Elise, and our record against Crystal Palace in recent years at their ground has been quite good. I think we've only lost once, and that was that. We've only one loss in like 6 or 7. The other ones we've won, but whenever we win, it's always like 1-0 or 2-0. But then last season we battered them 4-0. So I'm not expecting an easy game. I don't think Palace are going to be open, but at the very least, I need us to try and go and kill that game early, because I'm looking at their team now in terms of what they can throw at us from a offensive perspective. And yeah, man, when you take Eze and Elise at that team, it looks a completely different side from an offensive point of view. So yeah, man, we need to go there and win. I think defensively, I feel like he's gonna give us a tough test defensively. Same for Anderson, Tyreek Mitchell if he plays. But yeah, man, we need to just go win that game. Honestly, just win. Please win, come out unscathed. I don't want to see Basuma pick up another yellow card, because we need him for Chelsea. It's mad. I don't want to. I don't feel like we're in a position where we can afford to rest Basuma in any Premier League game, right? But simply because of the risk of not having him for Chelsea at home, we have to play him. Well, we have to keep him on the bench for the game against Crystal Palace. I think he should go with Pape Matissa and Højbjerg. But yeah, just get the job done. Get it done.
I want Basuma to go flying into tackles. I can't lie.
Nah,
I want him to be committed.
This
This
is
3 points is on the line, man. It's an opportunity to extend your gap at the top of the table. Yeah, listen, Friday night, going into the weekend, everything taken care of. Everybody's like, oh, Tottenham, what's going on here? Listen, Basuma needs to be committed, man. Whatever happens after that.
We need Basuma against Chelsea. So yeah, man, if that means he doesn't play against Palace, then so be it.
Worried about Chelsea, yeah?
No, it's not even all about Chelsea, but I'm just saying that game is so big, and he's literally one of he's like part of the core spine of our team. If he's not there for Chelsea, that's a different game for me. So we need him in that game. So if it means he misses Palace, then so be it. Play Højbjerg and Sarr. As long as Maddison is starting up top against Palace in that midfield, then yeah.
Is this Palace game on Friday night?
Yeah.
Tomorrow
Ooh, that's tasty, that, man.
Why?
Night time. Selhurst not Park, man.
Do you think it is? I don't think it is tasty.
Do you know the funny thing is, do you know this Crystal Palace? It's a bit of a myth, you know.
Nah,
they're ground against like Spurs, like Toby says, we've got a very good record there. Spurs have got a very good record there. Really Arsenal don't lose there. Chelsea,
well, we don't struggle there too much.
Yeah, it's not that much of a bogey ground like it's made out to be. You know that it's a bit of a myth.
I don't know. Maybe it's quality, just man. Palace, Selhurst Park under the lights. Their fans get noisy. Or maybe it's just something I have in my head. I don't know. I was there last season for, I think it was a 5:30 kickoff, and it was like we only beat them by a 1-0 penalty. You know what I mean? And the place was lively. So I don't know. Maybe it's just a thing.
No. The atmosphere is bopping. The Palace ultras are wild, but
Tottenham, I'm looking at Tottenham's record now. It's not the best. It's one win in the last like 5. There's a few draws in there.
Yeah, there's a few draws, but if I'll go back to it. So last season we beat them 4-0. Season before we lost 3-0. Season before we drew 1-1. Season before we drew 1-1. Season before we won 1-0. Season before we won 1-0. Season before we won 1-0. Season before that we won 3-1. So the point I'm making is we rarely lose at this ground.
So what's
Have you seen their front three, GRIZZ? Have you seen their front three? You know who their front three is?
GRIZZ, don't worry, man.
Turkish just said they ain't got a good record there. Toby just reeled off win after win after win.
Nah,
what's that page you want?
Turkish went with the last 5, and Toby went with the last 10.
Yeah, exactly. It's a different story there.
Bro, I gave him the record from 2015 through to 2023, and I count 1 win for Crystal Palace.
GRIZZ. Yeah, but if we look at the last 3, it's 1-1, 3-0 Palace, and 4-0 Tottenham. Fucking what's that? Is that great?
Yeah, fair enough. Now, go on, Saeed. What are you saying about the?
I'm just saying, like their front three. Their front three, man.
Oh, it's one of the worst. I've always said it. It's one of the worst I've ever seen. Like that brother said it. Edouard, Ayew, and Mateta, brother. That's horrific.
And they beat us.
That's gross.
And they beat us.
That's gross misconduct. Gross misconduct.
we done the double over them last year. And look how bad we were. I've just looked. We beaten them in the last 12. I don't know if that's actually correct, but it seems like it is. It's a mid, man. It's a mid. Yeah, with that front three, man, it's rough. I can't lie.
I think it's clear what the tactic is going to be for them. Like this, it's going to be a case of containing and hitting us on the break. But I feel like we can take a bit more risk here because the players that are going to be trying to hit us in transition just won't be able to pull off the same level of execution as they or an Elise, man. They're not. Like, I think Decore is good. I think Lerma, he can be good on these days. So I think that's a stable enough pairing to try and make the game difficult for us. But really and truly, we need to be winning this game, man.
Is Elise available? No, where's he these days?
He's injured. He's been injured for ages.
He's been. It's so funny, right? When we missed out on him, I remember people were getting, oh, look, he just got rejected by Elise. I said, you know what? I don't really care because this guy's not. He's not available. He's not fit, and he's. I actually really wish to. I wonder what would have happened if we'd got him and not Palmer, because this guy, I don't know when he's coming back. He's been injured since the transfer window. It's been ages. They really need him because they lost Zaha, didn't really replace him. I think they signed like Franco from Brazil. He's like young kid.
Yeah. Where is he?
He came off the bench, I think, in the game against Newcastle.
The Brazilian
Ballon d'Or clause, man. Man's got a Ballon d'Or clause, man. I wanted to see him, bro. I was like, yo.
I want to see him as well. Yeah, I want to see what he's like as well.
What does that mean?
Huh?
So does Martial. What does that mean?
Well, what's that irrelevance to this subject?
You said Ballon d'Or clause, so Martial.
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean?
It's
like,
exact relevance.
Talk about the now, innit? Let's stick to the now. Let's stick to the relevance, you know what I mean? Like, but I wanted to see him anyway. I wanted to see him.
He is back though, so maybe he starts against Tottenham, but he's been injured.
But Roy Hodgson, man, you got to give it to him, man. You know what I mean? They'll probably stay up. They'll do whatever they need to do. But listen, Tottenham should walk over them, man. Absolutely walk over them.
When they're fully fit, I think they can give a couple of teams a good go, man. But I just think, yeah, man, no Eze, no Elise. That's basically like 80% of their offensive threat gone. So we need to try and take advantage of that and win the game, man. Because if both those guys were playing, then it will be a different conversation.
Yeah.
Cool. No super chats on Tottenham Palace to be expected, really, when you consider that the Tottenham are heavy favourites for that. But yeah, let's move straight into predictions then, as long as everyone's happy to do that. Yeah, all good. 2-1 Tottenham. Tobs.
2-0.
Matisse.
I'm gonna go 3-0 Tottenham.
3-0 SAEED.
I'm gonna go 2-0.
Everyone's going 2-0. I had 2-0 as well, but I'm like, I can't.
I wanted to go 1-0.
No, man.
We rarely score more than 1-0.
GRIZZ.
Big engine time.
1-0.
Little tip there. Hugh?
2-0.
2-0. So
Everyone's gone 2-0. Matisse went 3-0 and Toby went, that's big.
I was actually gonna go 2-0. I just can't. I'm not gonna catch people if I just
one goal more is that's big.
Sounds more convincing.
That's crazy.
Let me round off the predictions and we move on. Hugh, SAEED, and Tobs, they've all gone for a 2-0 Tottenham win. GRIZZ has gone 1-0. Matisse has gone 3-0. And I've gone 2-1. All Tottenham wins. Let us know yours in the comment section below. And a reminder, just in, SAEED, you must speak on Romero.
Romero's having a wonderful season. He's been excellent for Tottenham. And, you know what I mean? He deserves all the credit he gets. That's, but I do believe Van der Ven has been better than him. But like I said, partnerships, that's what his foundations are built on. But yeah, listen, I got to give him his credit. Listen, I'm not a man who is stubborn. You know what I mean? I give the credit where it's due. And Romero's playing well this season. So, you know,
partnerships make everything, isn't it?
Partnerships make it. So
it's mad, man.
When I was telling SAEED about do you remember there was a Liverpool game and I said when he gave away a penalty, he said, "Oh, why are you always protecting Romero? Why are you always protecting Romero?" When it was Eric Dyer who vacated.
Because you don't really talk about the time when it needs to be criticized. You don't really do it enough justice. I feel like for me, you kind of gloss over it.
You kind of gloss over it. On my own channel, and I was inciting violence on Romero. What do you mean?
Well,
I give footballing, right? I give criticism when it's warranted. And last season he was poor, but I told you that last season was not a true reflection of his quality as a centre back. You were judging him on last season, and you weren't judging him on what he is.
I'm judging what I saw, and what I saw was garbage. This season, someone's elevated his game, and fair play to Van der Ven. And fair play to Van der Ven for elevating his game.
Van der Ven wasn't there in his first season, and yet Romero still won plaudits. Why?
Well, he had a good season. Okay, whoopie do.
Yeah, he had a good season because
and then he had 4 seasons, so that's leveled out now. So this season is a test. So it's leveled out now. There isn't a great kind of surface, sample size. So let's stick on this season.
Calm. I hope you keep the same energy when we get to May and we speak on the butcher. Yeah.
Wow. See.
Cool. That's it on Tottenham. We move. Next up. Chelsea, Brentford. It's got to be. If you have sent a super chat on other subjects, people, I will get them in at some point over the next half an hour or so. So don't worry about that. Obviously, I keep it club related when we're talking about the specific clubs. Just a reminder. But yeah, Matisse, Brentford at home, a team that you don't have I don't think you have a good record against. I don't remember you beating them many times over the last couple.
Check the facts.
No, I don't think so. At home, I think it's quite sketchy. But yeah, am I confident? Yes, but it's a different test because most of the teams we've been playing against have been high lines, leaving space in behind, transitions for us, blitz, FC and whatnot, and it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun, but there was always going to come a time where I think a team would sit a bit deeper, be a bit more calculated, pick and choose their moments, and we have to break them down, and that's something that we still have to prove that we could do that consistently. I think we've got more tools to do it now. Enzo's obviously there, but we've got Palmer, who's a really, really calm head in the attack. He's a lot more, the tempo he plays is a lot better for this kind of situation. I think Caicedo is an underrated passer as well in these situations. So I expect us to fare a lot better than we have. And there's a lot of players that are actually playing quite well at the moment. I think Poch's got a little bit of a selection headache, which is good for him. And whether he starts Sterling or Mudryk or whether he even starts a striker, obviously the whole double 10 box midfield kind of worked against Arsenal. Will that be maybe the method to go up against Brentford? Probably not. I say a striker will come back into the team, but it's definitely something to consider. The only thing I think that we do have to get right is the physicality and the height of the team again, because against Arsenal, we was quite, on average, a short team. And I think if Arsenal had posed more threat in the air with set pieces, we could have been in some trouble. Obviously, Cucurella had a really good game, but the reason why we've been playing Colwell is purely for the height of the team on the set pieces, and Brentford are going to put the ball in the box. They're going to get the ball forward quickly. They're going to have the knockdowns and Mbuemos and everything. So we need to make sure that we've balanced ourselves out properly there. Otherwise, we could get caught. I think in open play, as long as there's no brain farts from anyone, not just Sanchez, but anybody, because everybody's kind of made 1 or 2 this season. If we can just be sensible and smart, then we shouldn't really get done in open play. We don't really give loads of chances away, as Arsenal found out. But in terms of the brain farts, they've been quite a few this season. So as long as we just do a professional performance, I'm not looking for glitz and glamour. I'll take any win. I don't care how it comes. If we've won like 1 home game in our last 11, it's an absolutely appalling record. It's the worst record I've seen for Chelsea in you know, ever, you know, since I've been alive. That's 1 win out of 11. That's scary. That's Goodison Park. That's, you know what I mean? That's Luton Town. It's just really bad. So we need to win the game. Don't care how it's done. Just win the match. That's how I see it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You know, Brentford.
It's tough. Brentford, do you know what? Brentford are not playing well this season, but Brentford are still one of those teams that you have to be. They went to the Etihad and won last season. Like, they're one of those teams where if they've got a game plan, if Thomas Frank puts together a plan, and if they're, you know, if they're defensively just resolute and they do their due diligence, it's very. If you don't break them down,
they're hard to break down, man.
If you don't break them down, if you leave them in the game, I would be worried with Brentford 0-0 with 20 minutes left. I wouldn't feel comfortable. We need to get a goal early, calm the nerves if there are any. And then I think the game becomes a lot easier because then they have to come out, open up, and then we can pick them off. I think if this game stays 0-0 going into the second half, and then Buemo and Vissa and all these guys lurking around, that's when I start to get worried. So if we can just get the early goal, then we're good. I think Buemo went to Tottenham last season as well and was on smoke as well. This guy, to be fair to him, he's stepping up. I know Tony's been away. He is quality. Like he's a really good forward.
Even with Tony there, he was always a threat.
Yeah.
The thing is with him, his form sort of like he's quite volatile. Form, but when he puts it together, when he's on a run, he's menacing, man. He really is. I feel like he's one of those players, and he's quite young still. He's 23. He's one of those players where like he just needs a spark, and he can literally just go from here to here, man. I was shocked at his age when I heard 23.
Same,
bro. And if that's the case, then
now you look 30, man.
If that's his real age, then the scope. You're right, Tobs. The scope for growth is huge there because he has got the raw potentials. And you got to remember, Brentford are not the most progressive, attacking, fluid team. Yet he does so much with basically another forward in Tony. Imagine putting him in a setup, dare I say it, like a Liverpool or a Chelsea. You know, I think he could do a lot.
I do think there's people in this super chat here saying about Poch in-game management. I'm not concerned, but I do want him to have better impact. I agree with your sentiment if you're you know, creating one. Whereas that against Arsenal, the one thing that annoyed me was, I mean, Madueke on the left wing he doesn't really play there for us, so it was a little bit of a strange one. Mudryk was putting in a serious shift defensively. He came off as he kind of does 60 minutes, 63 minutes, whatever it was. And I do think that Leslie Okachuku could have maybe featured as well. Someone's come in, kind of our young, you know, hopefully Mikel type player where you just bring him on and shut it down. He has played. Yeah, he's played quite a few games. Yeah, he's because we've had injuries in, you know, Caicedo and Enzo, they're the only 2 guys that have been consistently playing. Well, Gallagher as well. But yeah, we've given him plenty of minutes really. But I think in that Arsenal game, he could have been maybe of some use. But to be fair, we were bopping it quite well until Sanchez did what he did. So I can understand maybe just leaving it how it was. But yeah, I think what are you laughing for? Am I wrong?
No. Some of the comments.
Oh, okay.
Man goes. He was 23 in 2010. Are you worried about? Because obviously we know how Brentford are going to play this game. They're going to sit deep and try and break on the counter. Are you worried that like you're at risk of losing this game because you're not going to be able to operate in like your mid block, right? You're going to actually need to sort of commit, which means your line's going to be pushed further forward. So are you worried about the threat that they're going to have on the counter?
Yeah, 100%. We haven't got the quickest back line. I think Gusto is probably our best defender in recovery right now. Defensively, he was really good up against Martinelli. I think, obviously, there was a lot made of Disasi when he came in, that he's like a French Maguire in terms of pace. I think he's been really good outside of the first, you know, maybe couple games. Liverpool, he scored. West Ham, he was very shaky, but the whole back line was. I think he's been underrated for us. He's been really strong, but he's not quick. Do you know what I mean? Across the ground. Silva's obviously not, but again, at times he can show that he can, you know, positionally put himself in the right areas. But yeah, if Wesley Fofana was available, this is the kind of game I'd probably use him, because he can play in that high line and he can step up and he's got the recovery to handle that transition. But we have got a few, I wouldn't call them slouches, but they're not exactly quick across the ground. It will be a tough one. So yeah, but that's down to Poch to manage it and the structure, and that's where I worry, because sometimes we're a little bit safe in possession when we feel like we can get caught in the counter. I remember when we used to have Jorginho, sometimes we used to be a little bit more safe when we're at home, maybe attacking teams, because we know if we lose the ball in certain areas, we're basically finished, because he's not exactly good in open spaces. But yeah, we just got to get over that mental block and we need to win the game. So we're gonna have to take risks. Can't be too cautious at home to Brentford, to be honest.
I hear you. No super chats on Chelsea, so we go straight into predictions. I'm sure Uncle Grizz will be back real soon. So
there he is.
Do I want to say anything on Chelsea? Man, you ain't got nothing to do with me.
I should not say nothing on Chelsea now.
Yeah, go on, Grizz. You want to say something on Chelsea?
No.
You ain't got nothing to do with. You ain't got nothing to do. It's mad. Mad.
I know. Times are different.
It's the last game before
the only thing with Arsenal, right? I just need you to actually do something serious, like win something major with all of this.
No, I'm with you now.
Honestly, you have to. You have to win something major.
I've switched.
With all of this, we're not sitting at your table. Do something, please.
I'm with you and Toby now.
100%. Because it's like being there and participating, bro, is not enough. This whole it's not sports day. Like,
they're talking too much. They're talking too much.
Pick up a medal, bro. Yeah, 100%. Champions League or Premier League, go and get a medal. And then you can tell me that I'm not sitting with you anymore. 100%.
I hear you.
Is it all out?
I'm noting that down for TikTok. That's the timestamp.
Are you done? Cool. The art of fishing, ladies and gentlemen.
It's gonna be called "Fuck Arsenal." That's what that timestamp called.
You too.
This is at Stamford Bridge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you went 2-2 Turkish.
Yeah.
The bridge.
2-2.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea. Matisse.
I'm gonna go 2-1 as well. 2-1 Chelsea. Yeah.
SAEED.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Chelsea.
2-0. GRIZZ.
2-1 or 2-0. I'm gonna go 2-1. No, I'll go 2-0. I'll go 2-0. Sorry.
Too late.
It hasn't got none from me. Shut up, man. You don't make the rules.
Yeah, I'm glad he said 2-0 because I wanted to go 2-1. So I'll take my 2-1.
Nah, bro. You better get some correct scores because this is pissed.
I'm fully just focused on GRIZZ. Catch GRIZZ, and we move from there.
Lord have mercy. Life's different.
Cool. That's all the predictions.
You were second at one point, weren't you? You were second at one point, GRIZZ, weren't you?
Long season, brother.
Long season, yeah, to be fair.
A lot can change. Just to round off the predictions, I've gone 2-2. Hugh, Tobs, and Matisse have all gone 2-1. GRIZZ and SAEED have gone 2-0. So aside from myself, who's gone for the draw, everyone's gone for Chelsea wins. Again, let us know in the comment section below. Next up, let me just check if there's any super chats on Chelsea. No. Next up, GRIZZ, it's Forest and Sheffield United for us both. Do you want to go? You just go ahead.
Oh, swear.
Watch along cancelled.
Wait. Hold on. What does this mean?
We're not doing the watch along. We won't be there for football.
It's
football focus.
No, I was just thinking like, is it
only you're allowed to? Only you're allowed to play all these teams. We're not allowed to play them.
No, I'm saying I didn't know it was that dead games. I didn't know. Like, I just thought it was like.
SAEED's like, I need to make plans this weekend. Fuck this.
I
didn't realize it was that.
To be fair, every I'm not watching Liverpool games anymore because every time I watch them, they win. So I've stopped doing Liverpool now. So yeah, I mean, Liverpool's finished.
So obviously, to turn this very good start into a magnificent start, we need to capitalize on the next 3-4 games. Obviously, we started off with the Merseyside derby, and then we got Forest, Luton and Bournemouth before City. We must win those games before we play City. And then it makes the City game even more massive than it already is anyway. Because if we don't, then the start that I bigged up wasn't worth it, was pointless. So we got to capitalize. It's Forest at home. There's no excuses. We've rotated 8-9 players today. All 8-9 of those players will come back into the team. It'll be a fresh team. And we've just got to put them away. They've got a few talented players up front that
Ilanga. Watch out for Ilanga.
Ilanga, Gibbs White, and that brother, the ex-Liverpool player as well.
No, not him.
Tayo
1v1 demon.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. We got to be careful. Yeah, we got to be careful, especially with their attack. Surely we got to make chances against their defense, and especially with the firepower we got. We managed to rest quite a lot of the players: McAllister, Szoboszlai, Diaz, Konate, Virgil.
They're saying Awani's injured. It might be even easier for you. Apparently, Awani's injured.
Awani injured?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Then it's brother Origi, innit? What story there is? What story
there is? Origi.
Oh, of course, yeah, Origi, yeah.
He's a legend at Liverpool, isn't it? Grizz, you reckon he's a legend at Liverpool? Origi?
No, he's a cult hero.
He's a cult hero. That's the term. Yeah.
Oh, is that Lucas at Tottenham, cult hero?
What?
The bonehead.
Oh, yeah, Lucas.
That's like Sami Nasri at Arsenal. Is he a cult hero?
Why?
You know what? Let me go on better. Van Persie is an Arsenal legend.
Oh.
Well, how you telling man who's an Arsenal legend? I don't get it.
I mean, he's an Arsenal legend. He captained your club,
bro.
Right?
So did fucking Theo Walcott, mate. It doesn't fucking mean.
You want to make your comments? I'm gonna make my comments.
I don't want to bring it back there. It's just obviously, legend. And then I heard cult hero. I thought, oh, maybe that's what Lucas Moura is at Tottenham, a cult hero.
But it's fair. I guess that's why I can understand the mistake.
Sorry,
obviously, a legend is what Van Persie is at Arsenal. That's a legend.
We have to get
a legend is what Henry is at Arsenal.
No, a legend is what Van Persie is at Arsenal, or is it Fabregas, or one of the other players that
or Vieira, or Adams, or Colo, or Loren, or Dixon, or Lehman, or Bergkamp. We can go all day about legends, my bro.
There's a trend here.
Take what you're given. Take what you're given.
When the big club came in, they snaked you. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Fair. Calm.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. So if Origi comes on, you know what I mean.
See that, man? They don't even rate Liverpool, man.
You lot put out a post. You lot put out. Is it Black History Month this month?
Yeah.
You lot put out a post of Black History Month. You couldn't even put your greatest ever black player in that post.
Oh,
dude.
Sol Campbell, bro.
He's white, bro.
Oh,
he's fucking mad.
He's white, bro. What do you mean, Black? He's white.
You
are expecting that, were you?
You know what? There's not really you can say to that. You just have to just let that one go. You just have to let that one go. Like, bro, it's one of those ones where, like, you have to give the benefit. You have to give the benefit to the attacker. I can't lie. Tobs is the attacker. You have to give him the benefit there. You have to let him go.
Toby one Kenobi, that one.
Oh Lord.
Bro. That's no Sol Campbell on Big Six then.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
You know what I mean? I sit down with a legend.
I'm not gonna lie, we should actually try and get him on just for that, because now I want Tobes to say that to his face.
He ain't no legend of mine. And he ain't no legend of mine. He was at our club for years, man. I think almost he ain't no legend of mine. He ain't no legend of mine.
He ain't no legend of yours.
Right. No more. Sorry, Grizz. Where was you? How did we come to this? Cult hero.
Yeah, Origi business in it. But now everyone's saying, nah, Michael Wood's gonna play after all that.
Chris Wood. Who's Michael Wood? You mean Chris Wood? There was actually a Chelsea player called Michael Wood.
You're actually crazy.
Come through the academy. He didn't do nothing, but he came through the academy. That's what he does.
Ain't that deep? So yeah, man. Just win. Just win. It's one of those dead weekends where surely there's no shocks, right? And if there's a shock, then it's gonna be wild on Monday. So I'm hoping I'm not in that category, man. Just routine win.
Nah, easy win, man. Easy win.
Should be.
I reckon.
Let me check what the super chats are saying. Any on Liverpool? No. We move predictions straight in. 3-1 Liverpool. Tobs.
Michael Wood, says that
he's a fast bowler for England, man. I'm watching World Cup.
You're lucky
cricket.
you didn't say Tiger Woods, bro.
Is it City Ground? Is that what their ground is called? City Ground?
Anfield.
No, it's Anfield.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go 3-1 Liverpool.
I'm gonna go 4-1. Just again, keeping it different.
I don't know why that guy's kissing his teeth.
SAEED.
3-0 Liverpool.
3-0, yeah?
Relax.
3-0 Liverpool, man. It's gonna be
GRIZZ.
2-1.
Yeah, Timmercast will start, man. They have
2-1, yeah.
nobody else.
Hugh.
2-1. What's going on, GRIZZ, man? Get the chest out, man. Not literally.
Sure.
3-0 Liverpool.
Be careful. Be careful.
Sorry, Hugh, say that again.
3-0 Liverpool. 3.
All right, so predictions in. Hugh and SAEED have gone 3-0. Me and Tobs have gone 3-1. Matisse has gone 4-1. GRIZZ has gone 2-1. All Liverpool wins.
They did play Europa today. Oh, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, they played to lose.
Yeah, but he said how many changes you make? Nine changes.
9 changes.
Yeah.
I did see the team playing. Yeah, to be fair, yeah, Diaz didn't start. Salah didn't start. Okay, yeah. Fair.
Who was captain in the end for you, Grizz? I saw you were asking who might be captain. Who was captain in the end? I saw you were asking about that on Twitter.
Trent. Trent played. I thought Trent might be rested, so I was intrigued to see who would be captain if no Trent and no Robertson and no Virgil. But Trent played. Sounds Trent.
Give it Szoboszlai.
Tevin says Tobes is putting in a blinder of a shift. Big up, Tevin. Hope you're good, my bro. And yeah, last but not least, Arsenal take on Sheffield United Emirates, but we had a Champions League game as well. I'm wondering if anyone wants to talk about Jesus today.
He went crazy on them. Fair play to Jesus.
No.
Well, he's been doing this thing.
I've always liked Jesus.
Check this out. Yo, check the Turkish.
One sec. This is Sevilla. This is Sevilla away. This ain't Luton and Burnley at home.
Oh,
yeah, but you know what?
More
Jesus has always had these.
Before you bring up my guy's name, you bring up Raheem's name first.
Everyone knows Jesus is a baller. We're talking about his ability to finish, and he finished well there.
Exactly.
Yeah?
More Sterling shots.
We heard these 3 clubs saying they wouldn't take him at their clubs. Like,
No. Listen.
listen.
I wanted Jesus. I wanted Jesus at Chelsea.
All the way down there.
Hold on. I wanted Jesus at Chelsea
of course, man.
when Arsenal were in for him. And I think I even spoke about this with I can't remember who was it, City Extra, but I was saying that I wanted Jesus over Sterling, right? But now we have Jackson. For me, Jackson is like a mini Jesus. Like he
can him.
Huh? But bro, what's wrong with you? Why are you so angry on Jackson, bro? Give him time.
Nunes
got hold on a second. Nunes got a whole season to do all types of Nunes got a whole season to do all types of fuckery in terms of big chances missed. But when it comes to Jackson, you're getting all irate.
We just mentioned Gabriel Jesus, and then you threw Jackson back in our face.
Oh, okay, wait, Matisse, just answer.
I'm just saying, like, I don't need that type of striker.
Who are you taking, Jesus or Nunes?
I'm taking Jesus. I don't need that type of, but I don't need that type of striker. That's my point. I've already got a player that drops.
You're right. I hear
past players. Grizz, I honestly feel like you don't watch Jackson. All you do with Jackson is you just get highlights and you're just like, oh, he can't finish. Jesus missed a massive chance against Tottenham. They could have won that game at Arsenal, but you won't talk about it. Jackson is a good footballer.
If you're comparing the game of Jackson to
I didn't say
Jesus,
same level. I didn't say same level. I said he's a mini version, bro.
So therefore we're offering you Jesus. But therefore we're offering you Jesus, and you're saying no.
But if you watch both play, obviously Jesus' talent level is significantly bigger. But if you watch both play in terms of what they bring to the game, right? They're more focused on damaging the opposition outside the box, right?
Yes.
Holding up play, taking on players, etc., etc. Obviously, Jesus does that to a great extent, which is why Matisse is making that point. Obviously, he should still be choosing Jesus. However, I can understand why he said that. But I want to hear your answer. Who you taking, Nunes or Jesus? It should be clear.
For who?
Who you out of the two? If you had to swap Nunes for Jesus, you swapping him?
Good question.
I think
With the
you are.
easy question.
He'd come in and do essentially what Bobby Firmino used to do.
I was just gonna say that's exactly the comparison I'm looking at. You see,
An easy question, brother.
yeah, that's a very good question. Me and you do a show on that. That's a very good question.
Wow. See that, man. Politics
You're gonna get that on bar. This
Politics
guy. Got him. Got him.
That's a very good question. That's a very good question. That needs
No,
to
but you're saying you got him. If you had him, he'd be saying Nunes as a Liverpool fan. Yeah, as a Liverpool fan,
he's not gonna say Nunes. I'm saying got him as in Jesus. He's gonna say Jesus because he knows
that's a good
Jesus
chat.
is better than
No,
Nunes.
that's a good chat. You've got to look at the profile of our wingers now, or a prime Salah and Mane. We haven't got a prime Salah and Mane now, and the way we play is totally different now. So this needs a real football chat, none of this trash talk. So get ready.
Liverpool already have the clinical finishers right now. They already have the Salah, the Jota, the Luis Diaz. They could do with sacrificing Nunes to bring in the playmaker who'll bring in those kind of players into the game, more like Gabriel Jesus. Like I said, he'd come in and do what a Bobby Firmino did.
Exactly, and this is why I said I didn't need him because I got
Tuesday game.
Palmer and Cuckoo. I got a lot of players in that area. I need a finisher, right? So it's not
what you got, man. Is he going to enhance what you already have, or is it just going to look the same? That's the question.
There you are.
He's gonna
Salah, Jesus, Diaz would be a mad front.
It would be a nightmare. That would be insane.
It would be a mad.
The thing is, Jesus thrives, man, when the goal scoring pressure isn't entirely on him. Like he always had that night in Sevilla in his locker. He's always had it, even for us. He had nights where he turned up against Real Madrid in the Champions League and absolutely cooked them. But the issue with him was you couldn't rely on him to do that
That's
week
what we
in,
were
week
saying,
out.
though.
Do you know what I mean? Like his highest scoring season for us was 14 goals. Now,
14,
with the amount of chances we created, 14 ain't gonna cut it as a number 9 for Manchester City. Do you know what I mean? He needs to be he needs to be a facilitator rather than a weight bearer, if that makes sense. So you will have nights like Sevilla.
It's weird. It's so weird because if you look at his goal reel, and I know we've taken it away. If you look at his goal reel, he's actually scored some really good goals, some really good finishes. I remember there was a game Man City played against Burnley, outside the box, away at Turf Moor. He scored this peach of a curler. He's got good finishes in his bag, but it's just like whenever he's right in front of goal, like when you're getting chances frequently, he misses those, but he will score the harder ones. It's very weird, man. And how old is he going to be? 27 years old? The penny really needs to drop for Jesus in front of goal, man. Because
but Nunes is like that as well. Nunes scores the most. Like if you look at his finish, ridiculous finish.
Yeah, we saw that. We saw that.
The open goal.
Yeah,
and then the open goal.
Yeah. When you look at him outside of scoring, he's got everything. He's got the strength, he's got the dribbling, he's got the link play, he's got the heading. Like he's got feet, bro. He'll batter the opposition. But when it's time to score 2 yards out, he misses. It's just weird, bro. It's very weird.
It was a big win though. I can't even lie, because after the Dons defeat, I said the point is the bare minimum. It's a must not lose, but the reality is a win is ideally what we needed. And I don't know if you lot watched it, but I did feel like, because I'm getting a lot of people arguing against what I thought on my fan cam, but I felt like the handbrake was off a lot more than it has been all season in terms of our transition, our fluidity, getting the ball up the pitch efficiently and quickly. Nothing emphasizes that more than Martinelli had 2 one-on-ones in the first half. I don't know how many one-on-ones we've had this season, but 2 in the first half, it'll be hard to match that's for sure, because we tend to be slow and methodical now. So hopefully the same against Sheffield United. The only thing is Sheffield United will come low block. They will try and just suffocate the hell out of us. But I do expect us to break them down, because as much as I've had questions about the tactical tweaks Arteta's done this season, it's been done to allow us to beat teams in a low block. I essentially control the game more, suffocate them instead of them suffocating us, and, grind out a result. So I do expect us to break Sheffield United down. I want to go in the first half of the first half. If that happens, I see a comfortable victory. But if we get to half time and Sheffield United have stifled us, we're failing to create chances like we have done in many games this season, realistically, then it becomes one of those ones where it's like, we're going to have to dig our heels in here and just get something any which way we can, which also has been a problem. But
sorry, I heard they got sorry to interrupt, but I've heard they got 10 players injured or something like that. 9, 10 players.
Really? Sheffield United?
Not that it would make a difference on that.
Yeah, they got a lot of players injured.
The result, but I'm just saying they got mad players injured. So I'm expecting
McBurney might be injured, and he's probably their biggest threat.
I'm expecting this to be this should
kamikaze.
be a team.
It should be light work, innit?
Should be.
We're gonna get into
yeah.
we're gonna get into predictions, but there was super chats in about Arsenal along the whole way of the show. This one came in quite early from Mavic saying, "Let's big up Arsenal for getting out of their comfort zone and winning Champions League and Europa League. Arsenal fans bounce with a silicone chest." Chelsea fan there. Next one here we have. Actually, no, that's not really on Arsenal, so I'll save that one for later. That's not on Arsenal.
You
Here
didn't
we
read
are.
the rest of the super chat. It said up the. Say it then.
Yeah, but that's not my business, man.
Yeah, but you read it out, so.
Yeah, well, if you want to finish it off, you can.
No, I don't
Big
wanna
six
finish it.
business.
You're the in fact, forget
No,
that
man, the
now.
hashtag's for the algorithm. It's not to be read at.
Trust me, man. Sorry, I can't be asked for
Man
myself
said his
anymore.
tags.
Yeah, trust me. Fun says a lot of talk this week about how Arsenal have 3 world-class players. Thoughts? Has there been a lot of talk about that?
Who are they?
I was gonna say.
You man are the Twitter guys.
Not
I've
even
not
me
seen
still.
it.
man.
I'm not
I've
even.
not
The
I was
Twitter
gonna
guy
say though,
anymore.
Odegaard got hooked off again though, didn't he? Odegaard got hooked off again. Yeah, man.
Is he gonna? Was he poor against Sevilla?
Yeah, I mean, his off the ball stuff you can't question, but definitely on the ball, or he's struggling to even get on the ball at times. And
Would you just drop him for Vieira? Is Vieira fit?
Vieira's fit, and he has shown up when he's been called upon this season.
Others, man. That's the main guy. Come on.
Or maybe rest him is the right word. Maybe not drop him, but rest him.
What's he gonna do against?
We got Sheffield United though.
But they bought him for 65 M's, man. It's mad.
Yeah, and he's crap. So what if they bought him for 65 M's?
No, I'm just saying, like you gotta play him somehow, innit?
Oh,
Get
not
his form back,
actually,
man.
Play him
Kai in the
striker,
10,
maybe
man.
he'll score.
Listen,
You probably
I want to
score
see it,
people.
man. Play Kai in the 10 with Partey
Guy.
and Rice just behind. I'm telling you, the whole team will cook.
Yeah, he used to cook in that position in another league, but it's not that league, man. It's not the same Kai.
Kai having the keys to your creativity. Yeah, right, man. We've seen how that story
Give him the
ends.
keys, bro. You get locked out.
Let's go watch
You get locked out.
Go watch the Chelsea tape. He's passing through balls into the stands, man. Allow it.
Nah, we deleted that footage, bro. That's how we sold them in the first place. That footage don't exist. It's just blur. We just blur that now. That's
keep that brother in the box. Yeah, go score your headers.
He doesn't score headers. Stop saying that. He doesn't score headers. He's not Drogba, bro. He doesn't even score headers. He's just tall for no reason.
I'm glad you said it.
Next one. Ryan says Arsenal should be smoking Sheffield United this weekend, and I hope they get the W. Even more so that it's my birthday on Saturday. Bar Newcastle away, Turks out. Next set of home fixtures are winnable games. 100% Ryan. First and foremost, big up. I'll message you anyway on Saturday. Well, Saturday is now tomorrow. It's past midnight here in the UK. But hope you enjoy your birthday. And yeah, obviously, part of enjoying your birthday will be an Arsenal win. So big up, Ryan. Tomiyasu definitely deserves a mention. Jay Mon says, I like how Tomiyasu has been deployed in the left-back role. He's solid at the back, but going forward, he's bringing more than I thought, 100%.
He's a good player.
He's a good player, man. Yeah.
Always has been. I think he's just
Tomiyasu. Yeah.
Whenever he smiles, Turkish looks like Craven from Spider-Man 2. Who's that?
I'm not sure.
I'll have to search him.
Craven, innit?
I'll have to
Yo,
search.
that DP with KG is crazy.
Oh, yeah. That's from Ishak. Love for the super chat. I'll search it up after. AJ says, Turkish thoughts on Partey, keep or sell in Jan? Keep in Jan for sure.
Whoa.
Sell in the summer. I don't mind.
Really? You don't mind?
It's time to refresh. We have to, complete this midfield rebuild and yeah.
CDM in the league, man.
Who would you bring in?
To be honest, I think Rice is more a 6 than an 8, bro. If I'm honest with you. Yeah. So I think Rice is honestly, if you look at Arteta's signings and the bulk of RPs spent, the bulk of it went in midfield. One on Rice, well, a lot on Rice, a lot on Havertz. I think the idea was Rice 6, Havertz 8, Odegaard 10. I think that was the idea until Havertz stunk up the place. The Partey right back thing didn't really work as well as it might have. We were thinking of doing what we as fans want to see, which is Partey, Rice, and Odegaard.
That's your best midfield. I can't believe that that's your best midfield. I can't believe that he's actually, well, when he's obviously injured, I can understand it and rotation, but when he's fit and available, and he's still leaving Party on the bench or putting him right back. Play Party in midfield with Rice at this point. Like, it's whatever. You get verticality in your passing, you get the all-round performances from Declan Rice, and you actually give someone like Odegaard a platform to create, bro. Like,
Odegaard doesn't have to do no work with those two. Like,
midfield.
he'd be so free.
Yeah.
But
Ryan says, Turks, your thoughts on Zinchenko playing that left 8 role next to Rice in the 6? I'll go on to the second half in a sec. With Zinchenko, I think Zinchenko adds so much going into the midfield as the overload midfielder. I don't know if playing the 8 and being a midfielder as part of that collective.
You can't tussle.
Yeah, he can't tussle. I don't think he's got that cutting edge in the box that I'd like as an upgrade in the number 8 position. His passing's good, probably good enough for the role, but I just think that the whole overload thing for him makes him look a better midfielder than he is.
Definitely, because the other guys are doing the work in the middle, the physical.
Exactly.
And I feel like when he comes in, he's sort of, it's like Trent, like they see the game in front of them, right?
He goes into the space.
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to deal with 2-3 man converging him in the middle of the park. I think it's a different ball game when he.
It's like, you know, the free role used to be for man like Bergkamp and Ozil. The free role now is basically an inverted left back, because really he doesn't really have much defensive responsibility as much as the rest of the team. He's got some, but not as much. And Raya or Ramsdale, as I think Rambo deserves his chance for one more shot. I'm going Raya. I mean, I'm not saying Ramsdale doesn't deserve a chance, but I think that chance would have been severe after Raya's latest performance. But now that decision's been made, I don't think there's no going back from it. I think Raya is going to start against Sheffield United. Ramsdale comes in for West Ham Carabao Cup, and St. James Park will see Raya again. That is it. Actually, no, here we are. S says, T, if we had no handbrake like the start of last season, would the narrative be Arsenal need to pace themselves? Ask Tomiyasu or Zin. Oh, also Tomiyasu or Zin. Tommy is unreal when fit. On that, I'd say Tomiyasu deserves his space. Would the narrative be Arsenal need to pace themselves? I don't think so. I don't think if you start to see, I mean, are people saying, not that people are taking Tottenham serious in title context yet, but are people saying Tottenham need to pace themselves at the moment? I think if you start, you hit the ground running and you're rolling over teams, I don't really think. I think that pace yourself thing comes in from opposition fans that are hoping that you run out of steam or later on and don't really want to get into the banter of the here and now.
But the thing is with this whole pace yourself thing, if Arsenal started the same way they started last year, what they have in addition should be experience in the situation that's coming up, which is a title race, which they've never experienced. So they should be better for that experience. And second of all, they should have better depth to rotate in those latter stages than they did last year, because the signings should be on point. The signings should be either coming into the starting 11 or they're players that you can trust to come in when the fitness starts to drop off. So this whole pace yourself thing, I'm not really for it. I think Arsenal should be trying to be ahead of City. I don't think you want to be going back and forth with City first versus second the whole season. It might work out for you, but when Liverpool won it, they just blitzed the whole thing. Like, they didn't wait around; they just went for it, and City couldn't see them again. That's probably for me the best way to get it done. You give yourself a cushion. I would never not take a cushion over just being back and forth. I don't understand the logic.
AJ says, I agree with Tobs. That's why I think sell in January, because Arteta won't use him. We could do better with someone else who Arteta really wants. Well, we'll get to see about if Arteta really is against using him in the first 11, and because of that recent injury. So we'll see in the next coming weeks if he's even available. That's the super chats on Arsenal done. So we're going to do predictions. Let me just do a double check. Yep, it is. I do have super chats on other subjects I'll get in next. 3-0 Arsenal. Tobs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 4-0.
Where is he?
Emirates.
Matisse.
Damn. I'm gonna go. It's just how many goals, like. I'm gonna go 4-0 Arsenal. Yeah.
4-0.
Should finish it like Gabriel Jesus, yeah.
He's injured. That's the thing.
Oh shit!
He's
Is he not gonna? Is he definitely not playing?
SAEED.
It's too late.
He's injured.
I'm gonna go.
Turkish said, yeah, too late.
Nah, you're welcome to change it if you want. I mean, it's up to
Nah,
you.
it's fine. Then Katie will bag.
Might
What?
be your
It's
guy,
got like
but
2 goals in how many games? 3-0 I've gone for, bro.
3-0.
He's got more goals than Hoyland.
GRIZZ.
Mm.
It's 3 or 4, man.
Stand up.
Stand down.
Stand up.
3 or 4, man. It's 3 or 4. I'm gonna go with 4.
4-0. Hugh.
I'm gonna go with 3. The last.
Okay. So we're split down the middle. Me, Hugh, and SAEED have all gone 3-0. So the top row have gone 3-0. GRIZZ, Tobs, and Matisse. The bottom row have gone 4-0. All clean sheets, all Arsenal wins. You can let us know yours in the comment section below. One super chat came in on Arsenal whilst we was doing predictions. Hybrid Ultra says, I really like the idea of Zubimendi next to Rice. Partey, I would get rid one of the most unreliable players I've seen at this club, and I prefer Rice as a 6. I think Zubimendi was linked to us in January. Have I seen much of him? No, but I like his profile. And if Arteta, if Arteta would utilize a player like him more, then I get it. But I'm not sure how realistic that is in January. That's my only thing.
I know you guys have been linked with Andre from Fluminense as well. a lot of Arsenal fans been talking about Fluminense, Andre.
Is he a baller?
Yeah, I think we're getting him in January.
GRIZZ sources is back. I've missed you.
He's coming early. He didn't even mess
I've missed
around.
the
It's only
ITK.
October.
He's back.
I miss it, you know.
He's back.
I haven't missed it. I haven't missed it.
Yeah, man.
It's a layer. It's like a layer that's needed.
Why do you not attack me? Why do you not always?
Come on, you must have missed it. I've missed it, man.
I made a one statement. Look how you lot attacked me. Look how you
Yeah,
lot attacked
man.
me.
Bro, we're hungry for news,
Sometimes
bro.
if you
We're
go,
I
starving.
thought we saw the back of this for a few months, man.
No, we're starving for news, bro.
January's coming,
I'm
Hugh.
back, man.
He's
I
back.
need to know what
Hey,
we're getting, man.
Hey,
Yo,
Andre.
we haven't had a wave in the group chat for months.
Hey, Andre.
No.
Hey.
Let's
Yo, I actually feel malnourished. I'm starving, bro.
in the
Yo,
morning.
give
I
us a
missed
wave,
them. I
man.
actually missed them.
Give us a
Wait,
wave,
hold on.
bro. Shit.
You know when you see the wave and the red dot.
Yeah.
you know what's
That's a
You know something's cooking. You know something's cooking. You know he's just had a phone call with somebody, bro. You know.
That was wicked summer. That was a mad summer.
Yo. Do you know what I want? I want GRIZZ on Sky Sports, yeah, on the Transfer Daily show. I want him on the panel and I want him just giving news, bro. I'm telling you. That's one of my big goals.
Let's get him on, man.
I want him all suited up as well.
We need it.
Hey,
Yeah.
Andre.
let's get in the last super chats that didn't have a subject linked to it that we talked about. Mohammed here says GRIZZ trying to pull Tobs into the point deductions. Too nice of a try, uncle. We see you. And another one on that exact subject. Herbert says, big up Turkish and the man them. I'm an Arsenal fan, just for emphasis on what I'm about to say. GRIZZ is the community man. No points deduction for GRIZZ. That one's from Herbert.
Community man can't do community service.
He runs the whole thing, innit, man.
He runs the whole thing, yeah.
Masood says, Turkish asked Tobs a question from me. Tobs, why does he hate United so much? Most United fans I know have a soft spot for Spurs.
I get this all the time. Oh, why do you hate Liverpool? Why do you hate Man United? Why do you hate Chelsea? I don't actually hate Man United. I don't like them, but I don't hate them. I hate Arsenal. I hate Chelsea. Yeah, that's it. Everyone else is.
I hate everyone.
Yeah.
That's it.
Everyone else is whatever, bro. Yeah.
He's
Just
a hateful
what-
guy,
big up the-
people. He's just a hateful guy.
Big up the panel for another good show. Love for that. Question for the group. How do you feel about the quality level in the Champions League this year? Besides City and Bayern, maybe, so many teams are in, quote, a rebuild.
All I'm going to say is the Champions League needs Chelsea and Liverpool more than we need the Champions League. It's boring. It's dry. Newcastle versus PSG was the highlight, but it's been dead.
Man City will smoke this Champions League. And we should smoke.
And Madrid, shout out Madrid as well, thanks to Bellingham.
Nah.
Yeah. No, I don't think they'll win it because Hosselu. I don't know. Do you know what? They could. You know, you never know. Ancelotti's very good in the Champions League.
Hosselu, you said it, man. Stick to your first point. Hosselu.
No,
Hosselu or Jackson? That should be the question.
January. They might do something in January. What? No, you know what? If Jackson bangs, you will never see the light of day. If Jackson actually comes good, you are finished. You are finished. If Jackson comes good, you're finished. And I'm telling you, I will never let you forget. I like
Jackson. I'm trolling.
No, you don't know.
I do like Jackson. You know I like Jackson.
It's too late. No, you're not. You can't come in the club. You're too late. Finished.
Ash says, guys, thoughts on Christmas Eve games? No thoughts towards the traveling fans. You want
as an away goer myself, I think it's a disgrace. I can't lie. I think it's an absolute disgrace.
As a what?
Why can't you just allow it, man? Why? What's wrong with you?
But you know what? It is a disgrace.
I'm not mad at a little Christmas Eve ball, man. I can't lie.
You know what it is? I could look at it on both sides of the coin. As a match goer, it is a tough ask. I can't lie to you. But as a football fan who's also watched the Christmas period of football on the TV from home, I enjoy it. So it's such a difficult one.
I swear travels that day as well. There's no trains that day. I swear.
Yeah, there won't be any. Well, there'll be like a reduced service. There'll be reduced service. My thing is, I don't even think it's about Christmas. It's about these Saturday 8 p.m. kickoffs, man. Like they need to stop, man. Like I just don't fancy these 8 p.m. kickoffs for me. Christmas Eve, Boxing Day, it's all part of the tradition. But the 8 p.m.s ones, like it's too much, man. You know,
is that not meant to be La Liga time?
Yeah, La Liga time, man. That's you watch European football that time.
Yeah,
Premier League football 8 p.m.
Yeah, I don't like this.
Christmas Eve is on a Sunday, right? Like it's not that deep, to be fair. It really isn't, and it's an early kickoff. It's like one. I'm looking at it now. Chelsea,
it's like 1 p.m.
Come on. Much ado about nothing. Sorry, that's fair game for me.
Nah, it's not fair game, bro. There's not been a Christmas Eve game since 1995. They said.
Listen, man.
1995.
It's crazy.
Sunday. Nice little game of nice little watch of football, and then a pre-Christmas roast. Yeah, simple. It's calm.
Football breakdown says
this 3-0.
This one came in real early as well. R9 rarely outplayed Eto'o head-to-head. They both played for Real Madrid, Inter, and Barcelona. One guy has 3, technically 4 Champions Leagues, the other 0. And you'll all rank R9 number 1.
Come on, man.
What's going on?
What's going on? The thing is, for me, I think Eto'o's
quality, but you don't want to disrespect him now. But
yeah, do you know what? I'm not gonna let him make me disrespect Eto'o, because Eto'o's arguably the greatest African player. One of the greatest African players.
Football player,
do you think he's even better than Yaya? You just put him up there.
Yeah, I'm putting him better.
All right, fair. Yeah, fair. But yeah, I'm not gonna let you do that. But yeah.
But this is same. This is a crazy statement.
Bro,
some people don't have the longevity.
If my MacBook wasn't worth $3,500, I'd pour water over this right now.
Yeah. Some people don't have the longevity to kind of like be like, you know what, like Ronaldinho had 3 or 4 years max at his ultimate max level, but still Ronaldinho's one of the GOATs. Kaká's the same. So you know what I mean. The trophy thing's it's the gimmick for me, man. Come on.
Cool. A few more super chats. These two on the same subject. Numbers Mason says Nice, Jim Ratcliffe's club, gave Yusuf Attal a 7-match suspension for his post on guess which side of the matter. And Dohan says, big up the panel. What's your thoughts on Yusuf Attal's suspension in France for his supporting quotes for Palestine? Freedom of speech, they said. So let me get this right first and foremost. By the post, are we talking about the 2 flags next to each other? Was it the Algerian flag and the Palestinian flag next to each other? The post we're talking about? Yeah?
I think it's the Instagram story. He showed solidarity to Palestine. And Nice effectively have banned him now. I look at it, I think it's one of them where it's about double standards in it. And I feel like for me, if you're going to ban players, then ban everyone in it. And I feel like it's a bit of justice for Yusuf Attal when other players have done the same on the opposite side. So I feel like it's one of them where you got to be equal And if it is a freedom of speech for everyone, there's a freedom of speech for everyone. So that's just my kind of thing with it, bro. And listen, League and especially in Nice as well, they've got some dodgy situations going over there. So it don't
Apparently,
surprise me
someone
what's
said
going on
League
in
On
Nice.
have imposed a ban. Not
Yeah,
Nice.
League On, man.
Itself.
Listen, man, I don't want to speak too much, but League On is a bit of a dodgy league when it comes to decisions and whatnot. So the less said, the better.
And I just listen. I haven't seen the Instagram story post. I saw the two flags next to each other. I thought that's what it was in reference to. But listen, I mean, you know, you see the movie Inception. Have you seen the movie Inception? A dream in a dream in a dream in a dream. Yeah, the world is a big problem within a big problem within a big problem within a big problem, and this goes on for a lot of layers. This is just one layer we're talking about now. There's many layers, like why the media might report something in one way when it could easily be reported in another way. Why do they do that? There's many questions, and these are just mini problems that lead to the biggest problem of them all. And the biggest problem of them all is so far away from being touched, so far away from caring what we say on the internet, on TV, on, you know, whether it's Kamzat Kamayev mentioning it after a UFC fight. The richest of the rich and the most powerful don't give a shit about any of that, because the system they have in place, they've perfected it. They've perfected it. There's no touching them. I can't see it. I can't see it happening. But just know it's problem within problem within problem that leads to the big problem. But we'll never find that lane to the biggest problem. We'll never find it, because it's all in place. The only way, you know, the real will find that is with a revolution. And that ain't gonna happen, because the system is so perfect that the majority can be easily swayed by a news program, a few pictures, a video, because it's reported by someone in a suit and it's on the BBC or it's on Channel 4 or it's on Sky. It must be true. And when you can sway the majority that easy, that's how you've got a Boris Johnson in charge at times. That's how you can have a Donald Trump or a Erdogan in Turkey. This don't just stretch to the Israeli government. A lot of governments in this world are part of the same big problem. They're pawns within the big problem, and the rich and powerful are just the puppet masters with it all. So I'm not really putting people away from saying anything or doing anything, because I think that's the right thing to do. Say and do what you can. Donate if you can. I mentioned it on the last show, map.org.uk is the current place to donate for humanitarian aid for Palestine. But there's all, you know, there's so many problems and so many issues that the hope that it gets better, from my perspective, is minimal. It's minimal. I hope I'm wrong. And you know me, even with football, I'm very pessimistic, let alone with what I see in everyday life or TV or news. I'm pessimistic about the world as much as I am pessimistic about Arsenal at times, more so. I wish I could change it. I wish we could change it. But I don't think we can right now, not with the way that the system is set up. But, you know, it's always free Palestine on this show, like it is with many other situations that have gone on in the world, whether it be in Yemen or Libya, Afghanistan, Iraq. Many countries have done dirty things to get to where they are. But yeah, I didn't expect to go on that mini monologue, but these things do affect me, man. I can't even lie. Seeing kids being picked out of rubble when I've got a son, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine the thought going through that father's head. It's mad, but
yeah,
I pray for everyone, man.
The only thing I'll say is these people, the faith that they have in the higher power is just, I mean, you'd think they'd be in tears and just distraught, but they're so grateful for everything that they have, or that they you know, believe will receive. It's just insane, bro. I don't know how they do it, honestly. I really don't.
Don't know how they do it.
Celtic fans, man. Big up the Celtic fans.
And they'll say, and once you talk about certain subject, they'll censor the hell out of you. They'll, you know, make sure you don't. These are all realities that, you know, and possibilities that can come from being real and honest about fuckery going on all around the world. It's madness to me, but like I said, they've perfected the system. Big up Tariq as well with the $100 super chat. He says, best show on YouTube, hands down. You lads are elite individuals. Shout out to SAEED, Tobs, and Fuad. Also, special shout out and thanks to the best fan base in the world, the Green Brigade, from a Liverpool fan here. Green Brigade Celtic, I'm assuming, right? Big up Celtic. Big up the Celtic fans.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Big up the Celtic fans. I can't even lie. They set the standard. They lead the way in terms of the football side of things. And speaking out, Liverpool fans often do the same as well about different subjects going on around the world. But the Celtic fans have really stepped up. Alex here says, if you switch Pep and Ten Hag a week before the derby, which team wins? I say City all day, regardless. They have the better squad. They should win. A week before, it's really hard. It's really hard to think a change can come from a week. Look how City performed the first season of Pep. They lost to Leicester, I think 5-3, or they lost to Everton as well with a hefty scoreline. So a week is nothing. But you give Pep Man United for a couple of years with the money they have, then trust me, they will be winning stuff as well. But let's wrap it up here. Big up Hugh, big up SAEED, big up GRIZZ, big up Tobs, big up Matisse, THUGGERY, big up the whole team. Make sure you hit the like button, people. Show this video some love. There's still 5K here. Let's get the likes over 2,000. A reminder, tomorrow midday we'll be premiering the derby. SAEED, Big Steve, MANC Talk. Make sure you're there for that because it looks like it's going to be a good one. That's for sure. If you didn't see the preview, somewhere in this show after the United segment, so make sure you go check that out. And we're also live tomorrow night, 10 p.m. after the Tottenham game for some FC24. So if you enjoy that, make sure you join us live tomorrow, 10 p.m. FC24. Tomorrow midday, MANC Talk, the derby. And then we're back here Monday night as well. A lot of content coming thick and fast. Subscribe, people. Hit the like button. Love for the love. And we'll be back real soon.